What's one team you wish you would have seen in person this season? And of the teams you did see, which one would you replace to make it happen?
So basically, we're dogging on some team. Like, I hated them. I never want to see them again. I regret that drive.
Regret everything I did.
Everything. I took a wrong turn in life.
They just weren't impressed.
I'll start. I watched Duluth Marshall this year. I went and watched a Double-A team that I thought.
Let me know.
I went and watched a Double-A team that I thought was a Double-A team. But then, after doing some extensive research weeks later, I found that they'd only played 14 Double-A teams out of 25. And then I learned, and I knew that was the day I knew that they were not going to advance out of the playoffs. That's the team I would replace.
Gaudy.
And there's so many teams I wish I would have seen.
Yeah.
Even that they lost yesterday, I wish I'd have seen Waseca in person. I would just watch them yesterday. They played a great style. Even though they lost yesterday, I like that team. I like Laverne.
And those jerseys, Waseca jerseys.
They're unbelievable. I'd say Laverne would be a team. I watched a lot of them yesterday down at Lund. I was like, wow, they look like a good team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see Detroit Lakes play a high school hockey game. So that add that one to my list.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. That's exciting. Maybe Delano. I haven't seen Delano, and this could be the year. Ethan,
all the teams, Tony. Yeah.
So no, that's 4.
Yeah, you want to see everyone?
I like seeing them all.
Yeah, that's fair. Delano.
How about you, Carl? Who's your?
Well, the team I want to see that I have not seen yet, but that I expect to see, but I'm really curious as to how they stack up as Sartell. I've not seen them yet, and just really curious. So, can they really hang with Warroad and Hibbing? And are they a serious title contender? I just don't know. I haven't seen them.
I think they can.
Yeah,
I think they'll be playing on Friday afternoon.
Yeah. And the team I'm going to replace, and the game I want to just erase from my memory, was the Duluth East tie with Mounds View. I watched Mounds View this year.
And
not only that, I watched Mounds View not lose.
You got to delete them.
That's a crazy
That's a good delete.
Yeah,
that is
need to wipe that one.
Delete. Absolute delete that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was Sartell, but I did have a backup. I wish I would have seen Sartell this year. Absolutely, I do. Like Carl said, expect to see them in a couple weeks. But the other team I wish I saw was Northfield. They've had a good season. They got some players on that team. I kind of wish I would have just got out to a game in person to see them play.
Bridger Riley.
Yeah, a team that I would have replaced in a heartbeat, especially now after seeing what happened yesterday. But is Maple Grove. Just absolutely. I've dogged on them all year. I wish I could have just completely replaced that.
Them?
I only went and saw because I expected them to probably be at the X or Grand Casino, but nope. So that game was just.
I think I got some hockey dog love yesterday.
Oh, you did. There's an AI picture out there of you, the Godfather. It's all the jerseys in the back. I sent it. Oh, it's hilarious.
One of those million text strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 9 million text strings in the last 24 hours. I cannot keep track.
Yeah.
I cannot keep track, especially after this morning's game. I mean, the text strings were they were buzzing.
Yep.
They were buzzing today. All right, Carl, Brian, who do you got?
I'd
like to replace Jefferson.
No, I did go see Jefferson, but I would like to replace the team.
You could replace them right now.
I'll replace the team that they were playing. Hastings.
They're still alive.
Cool jerseys. Yeah. I'll give them that. Cool jerseys. Other than that, yikes. I guess I would like to replace them with. I wish I got up to see the Yerxa show.
Yeah,
which is obviously
a good take.
Not super, feasible from down here.
It's feasible.
Well,
if we go to Rosa World, why can't we go to?
No, I'm not. No, not as a company. Maybe.
Although we get flown on an airplane.
Me myself, but I have seen clips. But man, I would just. Have enjoyed watching him just be that bowling ball out there.
That would good. Those are all good takes.
They are.
Did you see, Carl? It's like picking. You can't just pick one. I like picking 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I like picking 4. It's kind of like picking. It's kind of like picking a 4 seed. I like picking a 4 seed every once in a while.
That worked out real well.
It worked out.
Eastridge.
Eastridge really, really well. Good. Hats off to Gentry. They were good yesterday.
They dominated.
That team has been coming on for a while, and we'll get to that.
Yes. All right. So today's show will be a section by section. Let's give A some love today. Let's go first on that. Force all those AA snobs to listen to some A chatter here. And then in between, we'll do our FOMO game for section finals and our FOMO game, which is the one we don't ever be imprisoned to go to. I think I might get imprisoned to go to
You
Ritter
might. Yeah, you might.
on Wednesday. I'm looking for a game on Wednesday night to attend, and that one might be the best.
If you want to book Tony for the night, let him know.
Oh, God, stop. Tony was at our game.
I had a lot of "Where is Tony?"
40.
questions yesterday.
You did not.
The kid in the front row of the Hibbing
Oh, yeah, the
student
Hibbing
section.
kid, yeah. Shout out to that guy. I love him. I love him. All right, you lead this thing.
We got any news first?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Carl.
And who has brought us our news, Tony?
Summit Orthopedic brought us the news. We are down to the final 10 days of the Summit Orthopedic Summit Service Award. So there's a link on the top of our homepage. I'm begging you, if you have a kid in your program that's service driven and would go on a mission trip to Honduras and would get great experience, great resume, send them to nominate themselves, or you can nominate them. Nominate your players to get a chance to win this award. It'd be a great opportunity for any kid out there, boy or girl, high school player, to get a chance to go to Honduras and learn a lot about and be educated, not just about another country, but learn about how the surgery world works and how a medical process is completed. Thank you, Summit, for your sponsorship. Send your athletes to the Summit Service Award page right on the top of YHH homepage. Let's have it, Carl.
All right. Well, we have our Mr. Hockey finalists. They have been announced, and as tends to be the case, we got 8 out of 10.
It's about average.
Yeah. Or I suppose
Anything
you guys,
we had 1 year where we got 6.
Yeah, we had one trash year.
It's just terrible.
And 1 year where we nailed it. And
I think we nailed it last year. I feel like we had 10 last year and then 10 and 16 as well. So
yeah. All right. Well, and I actually want to take credit because I missed that show. So you can take credit and or blame for getting the 8 or missing the 2.
yeah, I mean there were some. I think Yerksa deserved it.
Yeah.
He didn't get in. I thought of the 2 that we didn't pick, Brock and Hallinan, I thought they were very deserving people. Unlike what was the kid from Hill Murray? The worst Mr. Hockey finalist I've ever. I'm not saying he was a fine hockey player, but he didn't play half the season.
Yep.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Hill
and
Murray
he gets
kid.
roasted on this podcast once a year, every year.
What's that?
He gets roasted on this podcast.
What was his
once a
name
year,
again? I totally forget.
Casey Staum.
He was a Montreal Canadiens draft pick. I think that's
crazy.
even worse.
Yeah.
The fact that he was a Mr. Hockey finalist was the most disgusting thing. He played like 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
Who voted for this guy? Okay, sorry.
Obviously, you didn't.
No, I did not.
Anyway, our 10 Mr. Hockey finalists are Titan Burgess of Moorhead, Brandon Mickelson of Moorhead, Cole Bronshausen of St. Thomas Academy, Cole Cheeseman of Holy Angels, Brock Cheslock of Rogers, one of our misses, Jaden Kurtz of Rogers, Joe Erickson of Blake, Daniel Hallinan of Delano, Tucker Johnson of Edina, and Tate Swanson of Hibbing.
And all of our Player of the Year, YHH Player of the Year finalists, are they still all alive?
Yep.
No.
Oh, no, Cheeseman wasn't he?
Cheeseman is gone.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're down to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we go back?
All right, but
Sorry, can we go back to Staum just for a second?
Oh, here we go.
He was it 2015, 2016?
Correct.
yeah,
He had 7 points.
How many games played?
12.
And he was a Mr. Hockey finalist.
7 points.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and then he got drafted.
He went and played in the USHL for 2 years.
He
3 years.
Cup
3
of
years.
Cup of coffee, maybe?
Played 11 games in a 3-year span for Colorado College.
Jeez.
7 points
Yeah, but he was injured. He was a D.
in 12 games?
He was a D.
He was a very defensive D. playing in a Hill Murray system, but still. Yeah.
I could tell another story about him, but it wouldn't be
2016
nice, so.
fifth round, 124th overall by the Canadians.
Back to your point, Cheeseman is
Sorry,
not the only one. Kurtz also is not alive.
Kurtz?
What are we,
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Rogers.
We'll get to that. What
Yeah,
a
we
rough
will.
day.
They were my
Rough.
they were my backup for the team I did not see.
Okay.
I kind of had to figure out
Yeah.
what's going on
Yeah.
there, but
Then we also have our Frank Brimstex Award finalists, and here we also have a few players who are no longer with us. We have Bryce Francisco of Hermantown,
See ya.
no longer with us.
Yep. Chase Jurdy of Minnetonka,
Alive.
and Tyler Bacon of Rogers.
See ya.
Yep.
Yikes.
That bacon got burnt.
Yep.
No, I mean,
Coached by Trojans.
there was when it got named, some guy, and hopefully it wasn't Isaac's dad, named Central Minnesota something or another. And he went off about how Isaac wasn't chosen. And it's hard to argue.
Yeah.
It is hard to argue. That kid came back from playing in juniors, and he's making 40. Didn't he go from 1,000 saves to 2,000 saves, or from 2,000 in the same
2,000 to
year?
3,000.
Yeah, 2,000 3,000. Yeah.
That's insane.
Absurd.
Yeah.
And it's undue. And I apologize for anyone else who didn't vote for him. You only get one vote. That's where it gets really tricky. We get 7 votes for 10 spots on the Mr. Hockey Award, but 1 vote, and it ends up making 3 spots. And I guess Tyler Bacon and those guys got a lot more views. No one viewed Isaac Kalis this year.
That's the problem, right? You know, you
Views.
get a bunch of people to go watch Rogers a lot, and then no worry about Tyler Bacon, who's
And
goalie,
Kalis
but-
didn't play in the Elite League.
Right. Yeah.
Right? That's another set of views that he could have gotten by voters. So.
Another one is just to mention is Jacob Leonardo. Not even just after last night.
Wow, he was something else
He's
Yeah.
last
had
night.
a crazy season.
And he had a great year.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
Great numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It is. It's a shame there's only 3 spots.
It's kind of fun having a 7A and 7AA slant on our show.
Yeah.
I really have to pull my Metro weight
You do.
around here, don't I?
Yep.
It only took me 9 episodes to figure that out, or whatever it is, 10 plus episodes,
12.
12 episodes
Here
to
we
figure
are.
it out. You know,
It's all right.
where are you, Danny? Where are you?
Saw Danny this weekend.
Yeah, there's been Danny sightings.
As did I. Yeah.
Danny sightings.
Like
Love it.
crawling out of the woodwork. Yeah, it's
He's
version of
crawling
Mr.
out. Yeah.
Miss you, Danny. All right.
All right.
Other news, a couple other pieces here. We want to give a shout out to Minnesota River junior forward Aiden Domris, who underwent surgery for a brain tumor this past week. So certainly wishing him the best in his recovery as he works through that. So
I read extensively about this on his Caring Bridge page. It's a pretty cool story. It's not cancerous. I don't believe it's cancerous. They have not determined it's cancerous. It's just a tumor, which in my eyes is really good news. But he was watching. He watched what was the Sweden game? He watched the Sweden game the same day or the day after the surgery.
Really?
Yeah,
Sweden,
it was kind of a cool read. So that's why. I mean, I always tweet this stuff out, but in this case, where I kind of dug in and read some of the stuff about him, and he was just feeling like crap, and so they went in and they took him, took him to the hospital, and it was scary, scary stuff. And from the sounds of it, he's gonna make a full recovery.
Good.
So
That's good to hear.
yeah.
wishing him the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
One other thing we just want to acknowledge here is Flyer Media Productions. If anyone has ever watched Little Falls games for the past several years, I think we kind of discovered them during COVID, didn't we, Tony? When
It was
kind
either
of stumbling
right
around trying to find any
It was either-
broadcasts of anything. Yeah.
right before or right after or right during one of it was 19, 20, or 21. Well, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah, it was before COVID though, Carl, because remember the whole See Ya Dairy Queen line was when they went to states, right?
Yeah.
Which was 21. That was during COVID. Maybe we discovered them that whole season. That's what it was. Yes, it was that
Sure.
season. But
Yeah.
what was the Dairy Queen reference? Or was that just what he said? What was that his
Yeah,
goal
he just
call when they
yelled
won it?
Yeah, that was the goal call. They're going to Dairy Queen.
We're going to Dairy Queen. Yeah, that's it.
That's
And
what
then-
the team did.
And then I've been in Little Falls like 73 times since, and that Dairy Queen still has never been open. I'm convinced it's not operational.
It
just
only opens
sitting
for
there.
the Little Falls hockey team.
Yeah, it's only for the Little Falls hockey team. But the interesting thing, I was reading Eric's news and notes about that today, and it's not James and Jamie they're being stalled. It's their producer, Mark, I believe his name is like, hey, he's probably like, hey, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, I've done this for 14 seasons or whatever it is. It's a long period of time. And I think the neatest part about you're reading some of this stuff, you read some of the tweets, it's how many other teams they've inspired to be good. You know, I think Zach Halverson should get some credit maybe even before those guys. I mean, some of this teams, what they're doing now, what high school hockey teams are doing that are special, they're unique. And no offense to Pete and the gang at Hockey TV, what they do for other teams, but this is really unique, and it's really they put a lot of it's very high touch.
Yep.
You know, and nothing against Pete's group. They do a good job with getting games and doing stuff for individual teams. But these guys, they know the players. They know the power play numbers. They spend a ton of time rolling up their sleeves. And you know, when Danny and I would go there, you know, you go there and you got a YHH shield on, you're in the press box.
Yeah.
You're doing an interview between periods. They love what we do. We love what we do. There's a lot of mutual respect between us and the people at FMP.
Yeah, it's all those like that it's very cool, especially like I always look back to Rails TV in Proctor. It's ran through their
It's unbelievable.
It's ran through their high school students, and it's a really cool experience. I just think like you go in there and there's cameras in every corner, and you have a high school kid like getting a grade because they're running a camera for it. It's just
they had the guy
cool.
down for the championship game of 7A girls. They had a guy down on the ice, you know, panning the anthem with a cordless camera, wireless camera, super cool.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's the good stuff. The best part is one of the comments in Eric's tweet was a guy from Breck Wap saying, "Hey, they were our inspiration." I'm like, damn right.
I love that.
You're
Yeah.
damn right. That's great. We have it now. Everyone's feeding off of each other, positive feeding positive. So I love it. Good stuff. Good story though, and I hope that they can save it.
It's just small town hockey at its best, and the stories is here that the producer is likely leaving, so we'll have to maybe find a new way to keep the operation going. So we hope they do, because it's been great to watch Flyer
Big
Media
shoes
Productions
to
over the
fill.
years.
You know what? Tony, gosh, I'm totally drawing like what's the old coach for Little Falls? Tony Kuchar. Tony Kuchar, whose name was brought up to me this week. Kevin Gorg was in with Olivia King, and I got a chance to talk to Gorgie for 15, 20 minutes, and he was looking at all the jerseys, like, oh, Tony Kuchar. He saw all these jerseys, you know, and a little known fact, Tony Kuchar promised me when he retired that he was done. Okay? He's now coaching the Brainerd Little Falls girls program. Liar. Tony, you're a liar. You are a bold-faced liar. You're back to coaching again. I think you should step down from the Brainerd Little Falls team and take up the FMP production job, and that'll keep you busy. That'll keep you in the rink. It'll keep you everything. And no offense to the girls from Brainerd Little Falls, but I think I got a nominee for the FMP job.
That's what the fans want. Keep it
Fans
alive.
want FMP.
All right, we're not going to do any point milestones this week. It's the playoffs. Winning is all that matters. Let's get to some playoff results.
I like that.
All right, so single A. Man, I saw so many cool jerseys yesterday. And I'm not saying they're all Gemini, but there was a lot. I mean, if you looked at, like you said, Wasika.
Yeah,
oh, my
cool.
God.
Yeah.
Just what a setup.
I know.
Right?
It's so nice.
I saw some good setups. And I don't know if Farmington boys, and I'm not going to really talk about the jerseys because they just had orange, but they had orange helmets.
Yeah.
They make
Very
it to
cool.
state with those orange helmets. I saw the girls having all orange as well in the state tournament. They have white helmets.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, true story, I thought to myself, man, the girls would look sweet if they had orange helmets. Then I saw orange helmets and went, that's a little
Yeah, I
much.
don't know.
I like the white
Too much.
helmets on the girls better than the all orange.
Yeah, agree.
So, lots of cool uniforms yesterday. Anyone stick out to you? Any uniforms stand out to you yesterday, or had you seen them all?
I've seen them all, but it's just seeing the Cloquet jersey every year is just
It's
so cool. I love that
just-
jersey.
Gives me
in the purple,
goosebumps.
yes.
Yeah.
definitely gives me goosebumps, no question.
The Forest Lake jerseys were pretty cool. I didn't mind them. They were the yellow. I've only
best
seen
jersey Forest Lake's ever had.
Yeah.
They've had
That's
a
a
lot of
Gemini
Yep.
for sure.
I've only seen their home jersey, so it was cool to see that one.
How about good jersey matchups? I had a good one, CDH versus St. Thomas.
Yes.
The yellows versus the blues.
Yeah.
Good
those
photos.
Are nice. Those are nice. There was a Gemini one yesterday that I saw that I hadn't seen. I saw so many teams yesterday online. I watched. There were times where there was 7 iPads going here in the office.
All
watching
blue
games.
Holy Angels are sharp too.
Yeah, did they wear those? They were
Those
all
had
blue.
blue.
yesterday? Yeah,
Yep.
they were good.
Yep, those are good.
We've now named all
that?
Those ones behind you.
We've now named non-Gemini customers all across the board.
No,
what a great read. What a great read.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. How about let's name a Gemini one that really stood out yesterday. Gemini.
Well, you're the guy that knows.
Yeah, I don't know if
teams.
any
I
out
don't-
north ones have.
You
I
know,
know.
the nuclear cables.
I would bring up Proctor, but they got spanked so bad I don't want to bring up Proctor.
Their jerseys were Gemini, and
They were sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least one thing looked good about Proctor
Yeah.
yesterday.
Really good. Those looked really good.
That's
I'm
my
trying to
favorite
think about-
Proctor jersey right
That's
there.
a good
The
one.
rails.
That was a gift. That was a gift from AJ Riles. All right, we'll just stick with that.
Yeah.
So many good jerseys.
There
It's
is.
unbelievable.
Could talk all day.
All right, let's roll.
All right,
You're
single
up.
A, is that where we're starting?
You're up. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's start in 1A. The first round was pretty much all chalk.
Yep.
Second round was not, as you watched.
Oh my gosh.
We'll start. Northfield advanced to the section final. They beat Rochester Luard 3-1.
yeah.
And then the game that a lot of people had eyes on, the 2-seed Waseca,
Oh, Sika.
fell in overtime to the 3-seed Dodge County by a score of 4-3.
It was a great game. It was a great game, and it just felt like Dodge had the energy. It felt like their crowd was way into it. You know, what a hockey weekend for Dodge County. Beat Waseca. Their girls team took third yesterday, and their boys team upsets Waseca. Pretty good game. Did you guys follow us, or you just following the text string on Twitter? Because I felt like I was literally, my head was spinning. By the end of the day, Ben,
Yeah.
Liss, and I were like spinning, like holy smokes. We just kept putting like, all right, if a number one, just for the rules, if a number 1 team was on the ropes, they got 2 sirens.
Yeah.
If it was a number 2 team on the ropes, they got one siren.
I like that.
You know, and like here we're keeping an eye on this game now. And there was a lot of keeping an eye on
Oh, yeah.
yesterday all over the state,
Yep.
which makes it fun. You know, chalk games were bad, you know.
Absolutely.
Every game seemed like there was always a moment where the lower seed team had like Eden Prairie got out to 1-0 lead.
Yep.
And then we'll get to it later, but my God, the goal scored by Minnetonka to tie it from nearly the red line.
Really.
I mean, that was a dot. That was rough for EP.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling.
And then, so yeah, Jeremiah Peterson Gordon was the hero for Dodge County in that overtime. So that sets up a Wednesday section final between 1-seeded Northfield and the 3-seed Dodge County at the Rochester Rec
Should be a
Center.
good one. All right, let's move on. We have a semifinal to report in 2A. Oh, Carl, what are you going to say?
Well, we're going to pick the game, too.
Yep, got to pick who you're going to win. Who's gonna win.
Northfield.
I'm going Northfield
Yeah.
too. Without
Yeah.
a doubt, right?
Yep.
All right, let's move on to 2A. It's a pretty fun one. Me and Ryan are at a couple of these games, I know. First round was not chalk here. Minneapolis beat the 3-seed Breck 4-3. Right.
Ryan was there.
You were there.
I was there as a fan, straight up as a fan. I got a buddy who is the Minneapolis goalie coach. First year this year.
Reds.
Great guy, great goalie all around. And it was just an unbelievable game. Back and forth. Minneapolis was just, it was just such, I mean, chalk in the sense of how Minneapolis played, where they just had that rough and tough mentality. We're coming in the corners, and Breck just didn't want anything to do with it.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just, I mean, it's pretty typical, you know, the reserved play to start an elimination game a little bit. And, you know, Breck kind of had the upper hand early, and I think once Minneapolis kind of got a few shifts under their belt, they kind of realized, we're in this game a little bit. So pretty satisfying for all the Minneapolis fans on that side, but I don't think there was any too bad of blood in the end.
My son watched this game with you.
Yep.
Co-attended this game with you.
Yep.
And he called me. He said, watching the handshake between Grassel, the new coach at Minneapolis, who played for Dietzick, and Dietzick was something. He goes, yeah, it's something I'll never forget. It was really cool to watch the mentee defeat the mentor, and they have a lot of respect for each other. I got a lot of respect for Joe Dietzick. I mean, he did a lot for the Minneapolis program. He put them on the map, and he did a great job. And the fact that I don't care about the players, being mad at the coach for leaving and taking Milinkovic with him. His sister goes to Breck. I mean, it's not like it was like a huge diversion for him to go to Breck. But the fact that there were adults, not kids. Kids can scream at the coach and flip him off and do that kind of stuff. But for the adult parents, there probably needed an adult moment there to control yourself. Because I heard there were some adults that were getting after Joe a little bit. And, and I get that. I do get it. There's a little bit like, hey, you took our guys, and a little bit of Lou Holtz going to Notre Dame kind of thing, a little feel there. But you gotta respect what Joe did. I mean, Lou Holtz was the Gopher coach for 2 years.
This is a very dated reference, but okay.
Yes, and Joe Dietzick helped really solidify the Minneapolis program where they are today.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
give the guy a little bit of respect.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't like Joe at all. I hate the guy, but as far as what he's accomplished on the ice for Minneapolis is respected. And I'm joking. Joe is one of the good guys out there doing a lot of work for the hockey community, not just in Minneapolis, but where he lives, Roseville. So he's just a good dude.
Yeah, and I mean it's maybe a little bit more rare in high school hockey, but a coach building up a program, having a little bit of success, and then taking another step is not any sort of unique situation that goes on within coaching.
Right.
It's not like this is Lane Kiffin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No, this is not a Lane Kiffin. Yeah.
The atmosphere looked great at that game.
It was great.
Just
it was
videos.
packed to the gills. I don't know if it was sold out, but
Close.
It was great.
Yeah. Cool. All right, stay on the bottom side of the bracket. Then the 2-seed Blake beat Providence Academy 5-2. Notable to talk about this just because the score after 2 periods was only 3-2 Blake. So everyone was like, "Are we going to get that Providence Academy upset that
we've been
talking about all season long?"
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
So that sets up a second round matchup between the 2-seed Blake and the 6-seed Minneapolis. Top side of the bracket, Delano handled Waconia pretty easy. And then the wild 4-5 game that I was at between St. Louis Park and Orono won 9-6. I don't even know where to start with this game. It was absolutely crazy. It was 4-3 Orono after 2 periods, and then it was 7-3. Orono gets 3 goals, 7-3 to start the third, and then all of a sudden St. Louis Park pulls their goalie, and you look at the scoreboard, it's 7-6, and then Orono puts a couple empty nets in to kind of.
So the score sheet shows 3 straight by Orono, then 3 straight by SLP.
Yep, to start.
Just classic too, because these are District 3 in the youth age. They played each other. These guys are very familiar with each other since squirts.
Yeah, there was 8 goals.
Cool.
8 goals in that third period, 2 empty netters. But
that's cool.
I do want to highlight a couple guys from Orono because that top line of the Rory Cavern and Jackson Knight, they've been horses for that program for
a long time.
3-4 years now, and they absolutely showed out in that game. And there's a freshman, Rocco Pasqua. Unbelievable. He had a great game.
Yeah, he's got a sister and older brother that played too.
Yeah, great game. Definitely excelled. Propelled the Spartans to that win. So they'll meet Delano on the other side of that.
Just so you know, let me just one more adage about Rocco. This kid, when they handed out personalities, he went back for seconds. I mean, he has got one of the funniest, most lovable personalities you'll ever meet as a kid. I mean, just one of those kids. He's everyone's best friend. He's just a great kid. So to hear you talk about him from a athletic perspective, that adds up.
Yeah,
definitely adds up.
He's got a bright future ahead for sure. So yeah, that sets up a semifinals are Tuesday night back at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. 1-seed Delano versus 5-seed Orono at 5:00, and then the 2-seed Blake versus 6-seed Minneapolis at 7:30.
All right. Who's going to win this section? I already know your answer. Carl, who's going to win this section?
I'm sticking with Delano. I don't think anything has changed in the past week that would make me change my pick.
I think Blake can do it. I think they could do it. I'm going to go Blake.
Okay. I think it's Delano. I think that'll be a really good game. I do think it'll be Dillon and Blake. I think it'll be a good
Yeah.
game because it was the first time. But and then that game is Thursday at 7 p.m. at the St. Louis Park Rec Center.
Right. All right.
Move on to 3A.
Oof. I watched both games, a lot of both games, because I hadn't seen Laverne. I wanted to watch them a little bit. They were good.
Yeah.
Dominant. Absolutely dominant.
The first round was not pretty for the lower seeds. Besides the 4-5 game, New Ulm beat Minnesota River 2-1. That's a 5/4. And then we'll start. Laverne beat New Ulm 8-2.
Oof, it was ugly.
Not pretty.
It was like varsity JV type of game.
Yeah.
Laverne was just, the thing about what I learned about Laverne is they really move the puck. Very unselfish play. And it felt like New Ulm was chasing the entire game. Okay?
And then on the other side of the bracket, the 2-seed Mankato West survived against the 3-seed Mankato East 3-2.
Yeah.
How about lucked out?
Yeah, well,
I mean, they were down. They tied it 1-1, and then East came right back and made it 2-1. I'm like, oh, okay, now East is going to hold it. And then they tied it, and then it's tied 2-2. We're going to overtime, right? And there's a puck loose in the corner, and a Mankato East player just drills this West kid. And then as he's getting up, so there's going to be a penalty, getting up, and he cross-checks him afterwards. So he went boarding, double-minored boarding, and then a cross-check. So they're in the box. He's in the box for 4 minutes, and Jacoby Tosh, with like 50 seconds left, rips one and wins the game.
good.
They just, basically, East just handed them
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah. I was really hoping East could pull this one out just because all you guys picked Mankato West to win this section. So I was keeping a close eye on this one.
Did you pick East?
No, I picked Laverne to win,
Okay,
but
all right.
yeah. So that
I'm sticking with West.
Carl?
Yeah, I'm feeling shakier about this pick than I was a week ago, and I was like, oh, they're like so much better in page stat. They must be good, but now struggling with the East, who is a rival, so okay, maybe.
It's a rival.
good.
And what a game. What a rivalry game. You know, St. Peter, Mankato are 15, 20 minutes apart, I think. And place was jammed. Absolutely jammed. It was highly entertaining for the fans from afar to watch, for me at least.
I love seeing the rivalry games in playoffs. The arena just gets packed.
Yeah, we had Breck Blake and girls in the semis on Friday. I mean,
Yep.
you can't make that up, right?
No, can't. So you taking Laverne, Carl, or
No.
no?
I'm stubborn. Although I really think I think that Laverne probably will win now that after watching both teams. But I'm stubborn. I'll stick with my pick and stick with Mankato West.
I'm going to stick with mine. I'm going to keep Laverne. I hope to see them in the state
Although I
tournament.
don't think you guys aren't very forgiving. Even if I did change my pick, I don't think you guys would let me change it. So what's the point?
No, you're stuck.
No.
No.
Right? Right?
That game is Wednesday night at 7:30 at Lund Center.
Okay.
Moving on to 4A.
You must be lost over there.
Yeah, sorry, I was scrolling down. The 4A's on the
Oh,
other side. I scrolled
it's
down
going
to
to 4.
5A. I was like,
I was
this is-
getting my Joey Memes dramatic pause.
No, I was like, St. Cloud Cathedral's not in 4A. All right, 4A. First round was almost chalk. The only upset in the first round was the 6-seed Tartan beats the 3-seed Irondale in double overtime, 3-2.
Shocking upset.
That program has been sometimes one of the worst in the state in the past couple of years. So when you get
When they get a win like that, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that sets up. We only have the semis. They are Tuesday at Aldrich. The first one at 5 o'clock is the 1-seed Matamidi versus 4-seed Hastings, which was a close game a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And then at 7:30 is the 2-seed Chisago Lakes versus the 6-seed Tartan.
I'm not changing.
I'm not either.
I'm not changing.
No.
Matamidi
Moving
will win this section. I will be very surprised if they don't. That section final is Thursday at 7 o'clock at Aldrich. Now we can get into St. Cloud Cathedral and 5A. First round, all chalk. The only game there's a couple games to note, actually. The the Sauk Rapids Litchfield game went into overtime. Sauk Rapids won 6-5. I know we had someone at that game, I believe, Sauk Rapids Litchfield. I don't know if you got any insight from whoever was at that game, but
Joey Means
Okay.
must have been there.
Gotcha.
I have no idea.
But anyways, Sauk Rapids ended up winning in overtime. Then there was a double overtime game. Pine City advanced over River Lake 7-6.
What a game.
Absolutely.
What a game.
Pine City had a good week. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I watched them almost cover to cover yesterday. I could say that's the first time I've watched a Pine City High School game cover to cover.
Where was that game at yesterday?
It was at Monticello.
Monticello
High School.
Homes High Seed.
It was
Okay.
nice. Oh,
Okay. So that sets up our semifinals. Cathedrals handled Sauk Rapids easily, 7-2. And then the game we were just talking about, Monticello beat Pine City 4-3.
Those games were played simultaneously.
Okay.
So we're kind of going back and forth on hockey TV.
Anything of note in the Pine City Monticello game that
I feel like
we should be
Pine
aware
City
of?
was the better team than Monticello
Really?
for much of that game. And it was funny because I don't know, when Pine City scored, it was like they had just won the Olympic gold, right? They were pumped, right?
Yeah.
They were excited. When Monticello scored, they were going like, yeah, whatever. Even when they went ahead, they got kind of excited. Like they knew they were the better team. They acted like they were the better team, but man, they were not hustling like the better team.
Yeah.
They were getting out hustled by Pine City the entire game
Yeah.
until the last couple minutes of the game.
So Pine City wanted it more. Sounds
Yeah,
like.
it seemed like it, but they just couldn't
Couldn't do
put
it.
together. Yeah,
It's unfortunate. That sets up the section final is Wednesday at Furniture and Things. The top seed St. Cloud Cathedral versus the 2 seed Monticello.
I might be at that one.
I'll be there.
I could be at that one.
I'll be there.
I'm sticking with Monticello. That's who I picked.
Really?
I did.
I'm
it's feeling like
pretty
a
sure I
bold pick
picked
right now.
Cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
going
d-
against us.
Yeah. I think Cathedral probably will win. I do think it would be cool to see Monticello back in the state tournament. I'm
It
kinda
would be.
sick of St. Cloud
No
Cathedral.
question. No question. I would
Yeah.
not be sad to see Monticello.
It just feels like Cathedral's peaking though and playing
All right.
like they know what they're doing. And
Two
I'm
good,
not sure that
two
Monticello
good
is there.
coaching staffs, though. I mean,
Yeah.
really good coaching staffs. Okay. All right. Well, what's up? 6? Can we just bypass this one?
Yeah, 6.
Wasn't an upset.
There was an upset for the second straight year. Same exact game. Not
Yes.
the same score, I don't
The
believe.
Wilmer one?
Yep. Wilmer
Yeah.
upset the 3 seed Fergus Falls on the road.
Is it an upset if you do it 2 years in a row?
I don't know.
It's not. I don't think it is.
No?
I don't think so.
Only to get handled by Northern Lakes 6-0. And then on the other side, Sartell beat the guy we've been talking about, Isaac Kalis in Little Falls 5-1.
Good career, Isaac.
Yep.
Well deserved.
You're going to do great things for
Even
sure.
though you didn't get acknowledgement from the Brimsic Mr. Hockey voters, you get my acknowledgement here.
And then that sets up the Thursday section final
Sartell.
at the MAC.
Sartell.
The top seed Sartell versus the
Sartell.
2 seed Northern Lakes.
I want to pour it on extremely thick. Like there is no chance Northern Lakes can win this game.
What about the score a couple weeks ago?
No
Doesn't
chance. No chance.
I'm sticking with Sartell too. I just want to see them at the state tournament.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
And they'll get to wear those sweet white jerseys.
Yep,
They'll be a high seed
they will.
for the first game. So
Keeping Sartell, Carl.
Yep.
Sounds
All right.
good.
7A.
7A, here we go.
Here we go.
Nothing to note in the first round. Proctor beat Falls
Can we just stop for a quick
2-0.
second? Did we talk on last week's show about the coin flip? Was it an International Falls coin flip or was it a Hermantown Hibbing coin flip? I can't remember.
Falls Proctor.
Was it Falls Proctor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we talk about that on the show?
No, because it came out after.
Yeah, it's my point. I think it's
Yeah.
worth mentioning,
yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah,
And it's not a coin flip. They don't flip an actual piece of metal.
yeah. It's online.
They do the online, like,
You type in flip a coin for me.
yes, flip a coin for me. And
They're
obviously,
not in a room together. There's no one to observe an actual
Yeah,
coin flip.
yep.
So.
I think it's kind of interesting. And they did that, obviously, for Rosemount and St. Thomas. We'll get to that later in that section 3AA chatter.
Share screen metal coin flipping out.
It's crazy.
Everyone's lagging, so the coin's taking forever to fall to the ground.
It's crazy.
Anyways, but that Proctor won 2-0. I watched it
Kind of
online.
a mad game, wasn't it?
Yeah, they looked 2 steps behind the whole game. Unfortunately, it's just strength of schedule proved to be a fact there, I believe.
Yeah, and Proctor's got some decent young talent. Like the 2 freshmen are legit. There are some nice pieces there that we'll talk to about what happened to Proctor next.
Yeah. So Proctor then went on and unfortunately got pummeled by the wagon of Hibbing, 10-1. Like Carl mentioned, I do like the 2 freshmen for Proctor. They're going to be fun to watch moving forward. So there is some definitely bright pieces for that program. This game was never close. From puck drop, it was.
I mean, what was in the what were they serving at Amsoil yesterday in the concession stand? Because that's about the only interesting thing.
Well, a guy dropped me off a hot dog because he said, "You don't feed us." Do you know a guy by the name of Nate Kingberg?
No, I don't.
Dropped me off a hot dog and said, "Tell Tony this is because you don't. He does. I know he doesn't feed you guys."
It's so funny. I got some other guy. So there's some other guy who knew me. Is like, yeah. Tell him. I never even heard this guy's name before.
Very nice gesture.
I appreciate you
absolutely
feeding our guys, Nate.
Yeah.
Kingberg.
Kingberg. His son's a goalie for Greenway Bantams.
No idea.
He's a podcast listener, so he'll love this show.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
I appreciated that.
I will say, like Proctor was only down 1-0 late in the first. They were kind of hanging around. Then they went on the power play and then gave up a shorty, and then wheels off the bus.
Yeah.
Hibbing, after the 3rd goal, they just stopped celebrating. And that's a team that's always hitting their cellies right into the student section, full ice. Not today.
They're saving them.
They are. Oh, yeah.
They're saving them.
Oh, yeah.
They're saving them.
I think the most entertaining part might have been Hibbing missing the 3-0 late in the 3rd period.
Yeah, yes.
Like a shorthanded 3-0.
Shorthanded 3-0. The Swanson brothers and Whitaker, right?
Yeah. And they missed it.
It was
They scored about 10 seconds later. But
could you imagine being the goalie? Oh, my God. Here comes Swanee
I'm pushing the net off the moorings.
It was the backup,
That's
too.
one of those you push it off the moorings because then it's a penalty shot. I'll take a 1-on over a 3-on-0. Henrik Lundqvist did that.
Okay.
Very smart.
Right.
I don't
Unless
know
you get a 2-minute penalty.
I mean, that's your nightmare. That's your 7A nightmare is looking at those 3 coming at you without any defense.
Oh, yeah. Carl, I don't know if you noticed this after it missed, but Cole Swanson looked towards the student section after he missed, and he goes, mid-play, just throws his arms up, and then he turns around and Whitaker puts it in the net. Regardless, so
that's
whatever.
funny.
It was a funny story, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they're a great hockey team, and the matchup against former Blue Jacket Shea Walters on the bench should be a really good chess match.
2nd straight year.
Yeah, should be a good chess match.
Let's talk about that game. Hermantown, the 2 seed, lost to the 3 seed. Cloquet 4-1 for the 2nd straight year. Saturday Scaries for the Herman.
It is Saturday Scaries now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing how things change.
Yep.
Yeah, and I thought they played pretty well. They just didn't get they did not take advantage of their opportunities, and I felt like they were just I watched almost this entire game. I felt like they were satisfied with perimeter shots and they didn't play old school Hermantown. You know what? I said this a long time ago. You get rid of the rink rat hockey like they've done. They don't have any outdoor hockey anymore. They're too busy playing inside, too busy playing AA teams. They've lost their roots. They've lost their roots now. They got a new rink. That's sarcasm.
It's a joke.
Right there.
It's a joke.
Anyone who's listening, that's sarcasm.
One of the biggest things when Hermantown scored that goal right at the start of the 3rd period, and then following that goal, they had a couple power plays, and they did not do anything. They had no good chances on any of those power plays. They, like you said, perimeter. It was a lot of perimeter stuff.
I like the perimeter.
Cloquet defense had a great game.
They're so composed.
They are.
Just so solid.
I'll tell a quick story about Hermantown. I was up there. I spent like a day and a half there, hung out with Pat, and just learned a lot about Hermantown. This is way back. This is like summer of 2015 or 14, one of those years. Pat was the Bantam coach at the time, and he shared all this stuff with me, and I got to meet Bruce and a bunch of. It was a fun couple days, but the one thing I remember was the kids were doing their SDP hockey, like their summer training program, summer development program. And they were playing some game. I don't even know what they were playing, but they were playing a soccer kind of handball game, and they were in an outdoor rink with the boards that are up 365 days. And it was like gravel and like really bad grass. It wasn't like turf like you'd find in the metro area. And these kids were just grinding. They were there. Their knees were bloody. They were competing hard. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool if they're doing whatever they're doing. They're just doing physical fitness. And then fast forward, we went inside, whoever came back later. Same kids. I think Jesse Jocks was one of them because it was the red hair. Same kids were parked their car out in the back, and they found a rabbit. It's a true story. They found a rabbit that was loose, and they were 5 or 6 of them were chasing the rabbit with a garbage can and diving after it. And they were just like, these guys are absolute hooligans.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute punks. And I mean that in the strongest way. They're tough. I'm like, it's hard not to cheer for these kids because they were just out there having fun in the summer and doing their thing. And I was like, this is why they're good because they like being with each other. They're very athletic. They're very tough. And I always had a soft spot in my heart for the Hermantown kids after watching that display after like 4 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about the Cloquet Decor a little bit. I've mentioned this kid's name before on this podcast, but Bram Snesrud, absolute great player. He had a big game last night.
He's a multi-sport kid, too.
Yeah, he is. Big piece of that decor. He's only a sophomore, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, only a sophomore.
Bram's only a sophomore.
So it was a late 09.
Yep.
He's an 09. I know that.
Only a sophomore, so excited to watch him for the next couple of years as well.
Yeah, and also a lot of credit to that Cloquet top line. They outplayed Hermantown's top players. So Jordy Sewell,
Yeah.
his first on the empty netter was just like,
that kid can scoot, can he?
Yeah.
Absolutely scoot.
And Connor Sullivan and Luca Gentilini, the other two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all scored.
And they had a lot of ice time, and they all did very
All
well.
three of them scored,
Did you see my tweet about the guy who scores mom?
Yeah, that was wild. I had no idea.
Neil? Is it Neil? What's his last name?
Elsmore.
Yep.
So this is what Ben and I do. We're in the office grinding out the regional guide and girls state tournament, boys, everything. It's just Fargo. It's all just kind of flying at us all day yesterday. And somehow Ben goes, yeah, this Elsmore's mom played in the Olympics. I'm like, what? He goes, look, they're related. Oh my God, this is her son, and she played goalie at UMD. And their mom's name was Sauter, Sautter, or something, not spelled like whatever. It's spelled kind of funny name. And she played on the Swiss Olympic team. Yes.
That's cool.
Swiss Olympic team. And
Fantastic.
played for UMD. And this is her son who plays for Cloquet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love those just random factoids that come out of the internet while you're looking stuff up.
Yeah.
Where that one came from. Yeah.
Well, he and I are like tag teaming on stuff. Like I would be like about to do a tweet. When was the last time they played in the section final? When was the last time? Here's one, and this will be more for 1AA, but like a Lakeville team since the Lakevilles have split has never not been since 2005 has never not been in a section final.
Section final, sure.
That's
It was
crazy.
when it was Lakeville when they weren't in the section final.
Wow. That's
Which should be the opposite,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like we have
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So. We were just learning a lot of stupid little factoids.
You guys
yesterday.
did a great job yesterday.
It was fun.
It was nice.
We were so tired, and I don't think I moved. I went to the bathroom twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally there's some good chatter at 11 p.m. We've even done spaces a couple of years. Last night, it's like, oh, the text string's gone dead.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
We could have done a Spaces last night.
Yeah. There's
We
a lot
really
to talk
could have.
about.
There was
Yeah,
a lot to
there
talk
was.
about. Yeah, but that kind of would have killed the show today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a bow on that game, Jacob Leonardo. Great game.
Yeah, he was
Absolutely
awesome.
Hats off to him. He was the player of the game, I know. So he'll be a big piece for that Cloquet game as they look forward to the section final on Wednesday night against the top-seeded Hibbing.
Holy crap! I think I picked Hermantown.
I think he did.
He did.
Because I always pick against Hibbing, so
did.
I'll take Cloquet
And
as my
The
replacement.
kid in the front row definitely reminded me of that.
I got you, boys. I got you. I always pick against you, Hibbing.
Yeah.
Always. I'm coming for you. I always pick against Hibbing.
I'm not going with Cloquet. I'm going to stay with Hibbing. I want to see this group on that big stage one more time.
So do I.
Yeah,
But I'm not picking them.
it's an interesting matchup because it's just this so disciplined, rock solid, steady Cloquet team against the Hibbing show.
It is a show.
Yeah.
It's an absolute show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a great game.
I think, and I think Hibbing's on skill level, especially they're at another level than Hermantown, especially late season Hermantown, what we've been seeing out of Hermantown lately. But at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked to see this be a really tight game down to the end.
I wouldn't either. All right, Carl, no offense, Ethan. We've been doing this a long time. Have we had a more entertaining team? Like a team that just like, I want to tune in and watch this.
The Pilgrim Shugabay War Road team.
There you go. That's a good one. I like that one.
Are up there for me. Yeah, I was one
Pilgrim,
kind of
Gardner, Shugabay, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even the year after. Yeah, when Pilgrim was a year older, because he took a step, right?
Well, Pilgrim and Murray Marvin.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah, that would might have been even more for just the sheer artistry. That might have been a little bit better than the year before, but
Yeah. Well, that's right up there.
I like that one too because I know that one. That was
yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
The only other team that comes to mind is the Rapids state champion.
Yeah, McLaughlin and
Yeah, that
Payne
was
and
entertaining.
Yeah.
Miller. Yeah,
That was entertaining. That's for sure. You know
It
why?
almost
You
has
know-
to be a not so deep school, right? It's almost someone who has to rely on that skill to do the job.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And it's something, and again, this is more of a double A conversation, but there's almost something to this. And I say this about Pee Wee Double A all the time. It's almost like when you go watch an Edina Pee Wee Double A or Ossipee Grove Pee Wee Double A team, they got systems, they got their method, they're hard to beat, they got skill from 1 through 15. It's almost like watching a machine, right? Play where when you watched Rapids in 16 and 17, it was like, oh boy, what's going to happen next? Same with this Hibbing team. It's really entertaining to watch.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm picking Hibbing. I'm not gonna be surprised if Cloquet wins this game though, just because watching them yesterday, they were pests. They were literally in the face of Hermantown defenders or Hermantown forwards right when they crossed the blue line. Like they,
You know what this Cloquet team is like? 'Cause they're like East Grand Forks.
yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Wow, Carl. That's fighting words. We'll get to them in just a minute.
And to cause chaos in a game like that, especially with a team like Hibbing that's got a track record of being undisciplined throughout the season, if you get in their heads, they start taking penalties, and that's not what you want to be on if you're Hibbing.
I feel like since that Hermantown game, I think they
have.
Since they got their pep talk from Tony.
Yep.
No, it's not me. I know that I've said that a few thousand times on this show, but I will say this, and I don't know if I dreamt this or I didn't, and I'm pretty sure I didn't dream this. When I was meeting with Tate for his Player of the Year interviews and media stuff, he was talking about they have brought in an outside guy, man or woman, I can't remember who it was, who's kind of working with them on some of that, how to contain their emotions and stuff like that.
Good. That's good.
I hopefully it's paying off. 'Cause it looks like it's paying
Yeah,
off.
absolutely.
Find out. Yep.
Yeah, we will find out.
Yeah.
That game's Wednesday night, 7:00, Amsoil Arena. Move on 8A. 8A, is this where you'll be this week?
I will be at 8A, yes.
Perfect.
Just so you know, everyone, Thief River Falls is a long-ass way away. It's 5.5. It seems like a longer drive than World for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. World's 6+.
Yep.
This one seems farther. I don't know why.
Weird.
It's just a long drive. There just seems to be no easy way to get there.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'm excited.
Perfect. Yeah, it should be fun. You'll see a team that we'll mention for the first time, right?
I will see Detroit Lakes play a high school hockey game for the first time.
Very cool.
We got
That's
Detroit Lakes
crazy.
behind me here.
Yep.
I like it.
It's a Gemini
It's a
too.
beautiful jersey.
Yeah.
Gemini.
Beautiful.
Two-tone.
I think they've changed the Boston University. I think they've gone to the DL logo and the BU one with the name and the number in front. It's gone now.
So first round was all chalk completely. And the top half of the bracket and the semis, Warroad handled Thief pretty easy, 8-1.
I was on K-Fun on Friday, and I said, watch for this game. This is a game. This could be the upset on Saturday that we're looking for. And only because Thief River Falls travels so well.
Yep.
And I figured, hey, they could fill up the Little Ralph. The girls' team's playing in the state final. They're going to be all over the place. And, man, was I wrong. I couldn't have been any more wrong in that situation. They just pounded them.
They did beat East Grand on that last game of the season, so there was a reason to believe that this could be a game.
They got players.
Yeah,
They're
they
decent.
do. Yeah, absolutely.
And they got
It's
some
not a
players
huge
coming, too.
Yeah, I'd say it's not a huge upset in talent, but it is just sort of one of those, era-changing upsets, right?
Right.
Yep.
They've
That's a
been
big
to
deal.
the state final 2 years in a row in Pee Wees. So it would be this year's 8th graders and this grade's 7th, 8th, and 9th graders in Thief River. Very good hockey. So I would say they got they got a bright future ahead of them.
Potential changing of the guard coming then?
No, but don't get me wrong. I mean, East Grand Forks is now playing a full AA schedule.
Yep.
Okay, they played AA, and they were in the AA state tournament last year.
Okay.
So East Side's got it going. We know what's going on in Warroad. I mean, these three teams are as good as they've ever. Did you hear that? Section 8. These three organizations are as dialed in as they've ever been, dating back to the 50s.
Good. It's good to hear, especially for an Section 8 connoisseur
That's
like
why
yourself.
I go. That's why I always go. I was kind of bummed when the 8 AA got moved to Alex.
Yeah, boo, no. Cool venue.
And then Peter stole it from me.
Dang.
Oh, yeah, we gave to assign this to somebody else. I'm like, okay. All right, I see you. I see you.
The other side, not a big upset here. A lot of people, I mean, it's just different to see East Grand not in the section final, right?
It is. Yeah.
So, but Detroit Lakes beat East Grand Forks 3-1.
A big win.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
dominated that
Good.
game. They dominated that game. I've never felt that East Side could generate enough momentum. I felt, man, insane how good Detroit Lakes played. And the sad part about it is there's two brothers. They're Duranys. They're Mason Duraney and Parker Duraney. I think they'd be like freshmen, sophomores, and juniors at Detroit Lakes are not playing. They're playing Tier 1 hockey. They're missing out on a section final.
Dang.
Playing at the Little Ralph against World for their town hasn't been there. It's been a long. When we were doing the research, it's been a long time. I want to say it was like 95. Did we say?
Somewhere there.
It was 95.
Oh, wow.
They've been to a
That's-
section final.
Were you the one who tweeted how long it had been since it was not one of Thief, Warroad, and East Grand in the section final?
No, I don't think
I saw
so.
that too. It had been a very long time.
That's great.
That game, can they do it, though? That's the question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can they beat Warroad?
They can.
Are you gonna?
I don't think it's going to happen,
Yeah,
but
they can.
I could see it happen. This team last year had World on the ropes at the Civic Center last year. I watched the whole thing. It was crazy. They're not afraid of them.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good game.
Biggest thing is momentum. They just beat East Grand in the semis, and now they got all the juice. They got the town behind them.
I think the most, and I'm raising my hand and putting up 5.
Yeah.
I think the key for Detroit Lakes is the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Can they get out of the first 5 minutes without being down? I feel like you get there, they get on the big stage, we're in the section final, and all of a sudden, World's got 2 pucks in their net. And now we're packing our bags, heading back to DL.
Yep.
You know, Lake Sally's calling your name.
It is.
You know.
Yep. That game is Thursday at the Ralph at 7 p.m.
I'll be there.
I am taking Warroad.
And I will be on the ice for Dance Party USA afterwards.
Yep.
That references to in the northern. Do they do that? Yeah, they do it at the Amsoil as well. It's the greatest tradition ever. Is when you win, the winning team and their families all go on the ice and take pictures and stuff like that. Except when it's in Crookston. And World wins, then it's not allowed. It's prohibited. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Section final a couple years ago. World beats Crookston at Crookston, and the Crookston rink people wouldn't let World come on the ice to do Dance Party USA. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That's when you take over
That
the
was
lobby.
the most petty thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'm taking War Road. Carl?
War Road.
Yeah, Carl's got his teams. That's one of them.
Yeah. So that wraps up single A.
All right, before we jump into Class AA, we should do a little bit where we're going, kind of figure it all out. I know Ryan says he's got 3 section finals this week. Where are you going first, Ryan?
I will be, depending on, I might go to Liam Penny Tuesday. Might be up in the air about who's covering that one, but I will be at Elk River for 5A on Wednesday.
Monticello versus Cathedral.
And then I will be at Ritter the 26th for 2AA.
Yep.
And then I will be
Tonka versus Shock.
Chan,
sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
no.
No.
Screwed up. Sorry. Yesterday it was a lot of games. Sorry.
And then I will be at Aldrich the next day for 4AA.
Oof. Good luck with that.
Not Eastridge.
Good luck with that. That's one of the harder section finals to shoot.
It's packed.
Just nowhere to stand. It's good. It's a good hard, not a bad hard.
It's always a fun game, though. That game's delivered the fun. I always remember the Kate Spinorama goal.
Spinorama was phenomenal.
I'll never forget that. I was watching that on my couch up north.
Really?
Little Ethan was watching that up north on his couch.
That's one of those goals like, where were you?
Yeah,
right?
it was.
I was in the building.
Peter was there. Peter got the shot. You know, he got the arm raise with the Stillwater crowd behind. Just total, I hate to say it, total luck, but it was as good a picture as. I mean, Minnesota Hockey still uses that photo.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's a phenomenal photo, right? It was Regions Friday. Todd and I were watching that game on an iPad. In I think it's probably the old office with the fishbowl conference room. I think that's where we were watching it. I think it was there. I don't know. Yeah. Because it was 2016. That was 2016? For sure it's fishbowl. Yeah. It was for sure fishbowl. I mean, we had this conference room, and then had a all glass window. So you could see into the conference room.
That's cool.
And I'm not exaggerating. The office was the same size as this podcast room.
Really?
It was not big.
It was about this size. It was about this size, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit bigger. Not much bigger than this conference room. So
nice.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So Ryan's going there. I'll be at 8. I've already mentioned I'll be at 8A, and then I'm kind of a free agent for Tuesday and Wednesday. I won't be at a section final on Friday. I rarely go to section finals on Friday because of regions. I'll be returning from Thief River Falls, probably doing an interview or two on the way back, and then for sure seeing a regional, at least. I usually get about to 3 or 4 different levels of regionals. I'm the MC for the 12B, 15B state tournament this year. So I'm going to make a little extra push this year to see some 12Bs and 15Bs. So when I talk about them at the banquet, I'm not just reading off of a script. I want to go, hey, I've seen this team. I've seen that team. This girl's, we're in our tournament here. I'll have a pretty good feel of what 12Bs and 15Bs were when I stand up on the podium in Prior Lake. So
cool.
That's my day on Friday.
Okay.
And then, so Thursday I'll be in Thief, and then we'll just see what happens.
See where you go. See who calls you and books you out.
I've been booked already.
No, you said you're free agent for Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever.
We'll see.
Anyways.
And you guys are both 7A, 7AA, and then you're going to be somewhere else maybe?
Yep. Tuesday night I'll be just spectating, fan watching the 3AA at Liam Penny. And then, up in Duluth for 7A and 7AA Wednesday, Thursday with Carl. Come say hi to us.
Yep.
I think it's refreshing that you actually still go to games.
Yeah.
Like as a fan.
Sit back and watch.
I don't even know what that's like. I go to Gopher games as a fan.
I will say it was very fun to be a fan of that Minneapolis Breck game. I had no skin in the game. And I was just like, it just perfectly, the situation, the best possible outcome.
How the world's confined.
The best possible outcome.
See, that's pretty much my life, right? That's what I do. I mean, I tweet, sure, but I'm usually just in the stands watching.
Lurking. He's just lurking.
I have never operated a camera in a hockey rink.
It's weird for me when I don't operate one.
Right? You're looking at all the other photographers
it's
too.
Now that I've added officiating, I watch every game from either a photographer's perspective or an official's perspective. And obviously it's scoring and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but it's like, and obviously a little bit from a coach's perspective, like, oh yeah, he didn't change this line or do that. But like, there's a lot of different perspectives that I watch the game from now, not just.
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
you back playing.
Tony, in 10 plus years of doing this, I think I've actually like sat and watched a hockey game next to you all the way through, I don't know, twice.
Well,
Makes sense.
I know Alex Adams. That's one for sure.
Yeah.
Hibbing
Right?
last year. I mean, you were broadcasting, but
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, broadcasting
you're
is.
doing
Yeah.
Were you broadcasting Hibbing the War Road? Hermantown?
Which
Yes,
one?
because we had the let's think of the War Road Hermantown game where you were broadcasting off of
Yes. I broadcasted a game
Mrs.
off of an
Lukitsky's
iPad. No, an AirPod. Of an AirPod.
AirPod.
Jenny Slukinski's AirPod.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yes.
And the whole world saw it on Facebook Live via Jenny Slukinski's AirPod.
Yes, and the lamplighter. Yes.
Was I doing the play-by-play? And I feel like no.
I think so.
No, Willie P was doing the
Right.
play-by-play,
Was doing
and
the
I was doing the
play-by-play.
color commentary
Color.
with
Yeah.
one AirPod
Yeah, and
and the other.
It just felt like I was watching the game with you because we were all wedged into that tiny little old Hermantown arena, and I was
We were-
on top of you,
Was
literally.
Danny was there too, right?
Yeah, we were all in that
It
little
was
box.
it was Jenny, Will, Danny, Carl, Tony. 5 people in
Oh,
about
gosh.
two in a basically size of a phone booth.
Yeah.
If you know what a phone booth is, it's where there was this phone. it
Yes,
was in
I.
there.
Come
Yeah.
Come on.
Sure.
Like in Harry Potter, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. there you go.
That's one of Lou Nanny's best. I don't know which one to say it. Comment. He always, whenever they talk about Quinn Hughes, he goes, "Oh, he'd lose me in a phone book." Or
Did you hear the line today? Oh my God, it was a great line.
He'd lose me in a
about
phone booth.
about Marshawn. It was so good. Where was it? He said that guy could talk a stamp off of an envelope.
Yes.
What?
talk a stamp
Interesting.
off of an envelope?
I mean, he
That's
talked
apparently a
so
thing we do.
much that the stamp's like, "I'm leaving. I'm taking my
Done.
adhesive and I'm getting out of here. You're driving me insane."
Lou would always be like, "Oh, Quinn, he'd lose me in a phone booth."
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that talking about cameras and stuff. Tuesday will be my first game without walking in one since you gave me one, so it'll be pretty weird.
You never know. You might be covering it.
I guess maybe, yeah.
You might be
I
covering
will.
it. And maybe you
Shouldn't
can
have
sell
said anything.
you can scalp your ticket for hundreds.
Oh, I will. I
and
will
cover the game.
Yeah, I'm
So-
looking forward to doing the 15-question, 60-second interviews up in Duluth. That'll
Yes.
be fun. I get to.
Yeah.
I did that.
I'm excited.
You interviewed me in 2019, so now I
did.
get to
That's how we met.
full circle do it to some
Really?
kids. Yeah.
Oh.
Dante. Casa Dante.
Yeah, that's right.
At the school. Where were we? We were like in the.
Yeah, we were in the
Conference room at the
conference
school?
room and right
It's a
behind
beautiful
the principal's
school, by the
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful school. I mean, it's no hibbing, but it is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nice.
I was like, this is nice.
It is.
And I know this isn't really why they called it Greenway, but when I was driving from Duluth to Coleraine that day, and there's all those pine trees, like it feels like someone went out and said, okay, we got to make it look nice when people get here.
Yeah.
So let's go plant 7,000 pine trees for the last half a mile leading into Coleraine. And it was like, oh, now I know why they call it Greenway, because all those pine trees that
Yeah.
lead into downtown Coleraine.
Yeah.
It was pretty
It's
nice.
cool. Yeah. It's cool.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get rolling here on some double A. You want to get rolling?
Are we doing the middle segment questions?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Before
Yeah.
we do the middle segment questions, throw me a little Luther read there, Ryan.
Did you know Luther is one of the largest used car retailers in the entire country? Luther also buys more used cars than almost any dealer, which means your car could be worth more than you think. Drive into any Luther dealership and get a simple, safe, and fast offer. Turns out the best place to buy a car is also the best place to sell your car, and the best time is right now. Learn more at lutherbuyscars.com. I was at one of my grandma's 86th birthday yesterday. I pulled,
God, that looked riveting.
I know.
That looked riveting.
You're texting like, "Where's Ryan?" I'm like,
Literally, you went to a funeral, by the way, and then
I did go to my
jetted from
funeral.
the funeral to get us a final score of the. Was it the
Edina Holy Angels.
It was good. I'm like, hey, can you at least? Because I'm going to go there right now. I'm like, oh, good. Can you at least get the final?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, he's going to stick around. He's going to do the Rogers game.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, his tweets just went.
Gone.
And all of a sudden, it's about 6 o'clock. I'm like, where in the hell are you? And then all of a sudden, he's like, I'm at my grandma's 86th. I'm like, oh God, you're a goner. You're not coming back today.
No, to wrap it all in though, they
I could have gotten you out of that, by the way. I could have gotten you out of that very easily. You could have been at Braemar.
That's all right. That's all right. Anyways, they were ironically they are Wayzata alums. They live in Wayzata, so that as well. And then I pull up, and my aunt's got a brand new car from Luther Autos.
Nice.
Love it. I see them everywhere now.
I know.
I see them everywhere. They were advertising all over the internet yesterday. I saw a lot of advertising yesterday.
I will say
a lot of Luther.
It's pretty brilliant. I think the one ads where they're just kind of flipping the script where they'll buy 15 seconds of airtime, and it's just a white background, LutherAuto.com.
Yeah.
So it's just like dead air, and you're like, what's going on? And then you look, and it just says LutherAuto.com.
There it is.
Way to make people look, actually.
It is. It's like, the advertising world is almost, it's come full circle at this point where it's just like simple is better.
Less creative.
Yeah. You always say you're like 50 words down to 3 words.
Yeah. Story of my life. Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Let's continue on with this. We have our FOMO. What's the game that you wish you could be at, but you won't be at? That's the FOMO. And then we're going to have the FOMO, which is the fear of not missing out, the one you really don't care to go to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you want to go first, Ethan?
Yeah, I'll start.
Your answers are always the most interesting.
My FOMO is probably not interesting to you. It's gonna be pretty easy. I wish
Delano.
Yeah, I wish
It's
I
gonna be
could see that
Delano.
Delano Blake section final game.
Assuming they play.
It'll be a good game, I think.
I got to think about this. Carl, you want to go?
Sure. I'm just intrigued by is that St. Cloud Cathedral Monticello game. There's two teams that are ranked pretty close. They've been tight. There's some decent rivalry there. It's tough to choose. I feel like I am getting the best two personally, but
I agree.
I'm gonna go because this is true FOMO. Like FOMO is when your friends are there and you're not there.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of friends on all of these teams. You got the Cloquet, you got the Hibbing, you got the Rockridge, you got the Grand Rapids. I have FOMO on all 2 of those games, both of those games.
Yeah.
All 4 of those teams, both those games. I mean, I've gotten to be good buddies with Shea Walters over the last few years. I'm a big fan of his, big fan of what he's doing with that program, not just at the high school level, but at the youth level, bringing him all the way up. I'd be excited if any of those teams make it to state. I like Rapids, but I also would love to see Rockridge, see the Rockridge, New Jersey, new blood from northern Minnesota. Like, it would be fun. Yeah. It'd be fun. So those are those 2 that I'm kind of jealous I'm not going to be at.
Yeah. Some good games. Like Carl said, I think they're 2 of the best ones that a lot of people are going to wish they would be at.
Carl's answers. We've all answered except you, Ryan.
Well, I don't really have FOMO, to be honest, because I'm going to 3, maybe 4, but I would definitely like to be at that 7A champion.
Yeah.
I have not been to Amsoil, and I think
ever.
No. I've
Never.
been to Amsoil. I went, actually, funny enough, it's been over a decade. When my sister was a freshman in 2016 at UMD, I went to a game at Amsoil. Have not been back. So
you have been
I've
there.
been to Amsoil, not for a high school hockey game.
For a Minnesota Duluth
Yep.
game. Yeah. Who got a nice sweep this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely.
Really
home ice for the NCHC.
Yeah. Okay, so you have FOMO
That's
for that.
my FOMO for that, and then what was the other
you
one?
want to go with FOMO? You want to go FOMO now? Or just go right at it?
No. Nope.
No, okay. You don't have a FOMO picked
No,
yet.
I
Okay,
don't.
So FOMO is fear of not missing out.
I got mine.
Okay, let's FOMO that thing.
5AA Andover Centennial. I could
Come
care.
on!
I could
Come
care
on.
less.
Both those teams are going to be so happy. Or one
Cool.
of those teams.
Sure, I could care less. They're gonna get slammed in the state tournament.
It's just not a 5AA fan.
I just don't care about 5AA. I'll be the 5AA hater for all I care. I literally just don't.
Your Blaine boys got beat.
Yeah, so why do I care?
Your Blaine.
My deep dive Blaine from
adoptive-
December.
Your adoptive Blaine is out.
Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna be a fun one. There was a lot of good stuff in AA. This AA.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what's gonna happen in
Yeah.
this session, but it's gonna be a good
It's
session.
an intriguing section.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just saying this where we're gonna talk about AA
Yeah.
coming up. There's
Yep.
gonna be some fun stuff. Okay, I'm with you on that. So my FOMO, this is the easiest FOMO of all
Yeah,
time.
I know what you're taking.
It's Wayzata and Edina.
Yep.
You'd have to hold me at gunpoint.
Be a great game.
You'd have to hold me at gunpoint. That would be the first thought. Or I would rather poke a rusty knitting needle
You
in
wanna
the
know?
eye
I
to
swear.
go watch Edina play. Remember I talked about the PBAA thing a few minutes ago? That's what this is.
I swear.
Defense wins championships.
I was at this game last
I
year.
hate defense.
Same two teams, same location. I swear we could just retweet those tweets.
Yeah, just
And it'll be,
It'd
the same.
Just retweet those.
oh,
from
it's
last
at
year.
Ritter too.
Yeah,
you could just take them out.
That's what I'm
Do
saying.
it.
Just retweet them.
Here we go. It's gonna be that.
What? Why is that a beat 'em recently?
Just last Saturday.
2-1, 1-0.
I feel like Wayzata kicked their ass
It was
last
4
Saturday.
to 1, yeah.
4-1. They kicked their butt.
Might even been 5. I don't 4 or 5, but yeah, they did. And Cody was here, and he said they absolutely dominated. Not, of course, he's wise out
And
of
they
bias.
played it.
but-
Yeah, very biased.
but
But I think he's right. I was a little bit nervous about that. So
we'll
maybe
see.
why is that an attorney?
That would be something.
Yeah, and if you make it, I was running through scenarios last night. We have a decent chance of a Wayzata Hill 4-5 game. Aren't you excited?
That would be
Peter,
interesting.
you got to come in here
Peter,
and
come
say
here.
hi. I mean, don't be so rude.
USA.
What are you looking for? Your
USA.
twig? What,
Oh,
my,
you bought a new twig.
your General Sports stick has not been purchased yet. No.
Where's mine?
You did not really drive here for that.
Hey, we're curious. Who's doing Lee and Penny on Tuesday?
I told you.
Yeah, it was
Who
him.
is?
Peter.
You're
is.
doing it?
Yeah.
Peter is going to be at the Leah Penny game. Peter's looking for his stick, his present. Hey, I know why.
There's more meat on that bone than just sending a photographer. Like if Rosemount wins that game, somebody's got to be there to.
Yeah, to start the documentary about how they pulled off the biggest miracle of all time.
To carry around the pot of
By
gold.
one seed ever.
Got to be on that ice.
Yeah, Peter, I know why I haven't gotten your stick. You owe me $68 in golf tees. That's
$68. I can do that.
why. I need my $68.
No, I was
and the
looking
golf
for the
tees.
I was looking for the cherry on top of my my Sunday after spending the last 4 days waiting, and then everything happening the way we thought it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Happen. So
That's what I said. Yeah, just like the girls we had, Breck versus Warroad and Centennial versus Hillmurray.
yep.
I hope we don't have that type of predictability when it comes to the boys.
Well, 2 of the top section seeds are already knocked out.
We're
so
well aware. We're about to get into
we're
that
gonna.
right now.
we-
actually.
there are a couple of Cinderellas in Edina and Wayzata. I can't wait to see who. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah, perfect timing. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, it's right on point. Now we know Peter's FOMO too.
Yes, we know Peter's FOMO. Look at this. It's a FOMO. Like, no one wants to see that.
Yeah.
My turn's done. Did you FOMO yet, Carl?
I have not gone, but my choice is going to be the 4A final. I don't even know who's in it yet, but it's going to be
Yes.
predictable. I do
There's
not
not a
want to
lot
be
of
there.
FOMO. There's some FOMO there.
Yeah.
And then,
Definitely.
did you FOMO yet?
No, I haven't. Mine's 3A.
Oh, come on.
Laverne.
Fighting over the 8 seed.
Laverne.
They're fighting over the 8 seed.
Laverne.
Give me a break.
You can't. There should be next year's rules. You can't pick an eventual 8 seed as your FOMO.
This is your this
It's
is
like
your
kicking
charity.
a guy while they're down.
This is your charity. Like,
Yeah.
and hey, I would have loved that experience. I was one game away as Jefferson. I had no business being in that section final or at state, but I would take that trip.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The St. Cloud Crush girls just did it,
I know.
and they had a great job. They had a great time.
Yep,
So,
they did as an 8.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought they played well too.
me too. So that's the first step, right? If you're going to break in, you can't expect to just
Win.
yeah
It's not easy. Do we have one, Carl? I'd like to see that a team that
a first in.
Centennial. I
Sure,
think
yeah.
Centennial.
They just
2000.
and did
Was
it.
it 3 or 4? I always get those years mixed up.
4. That was 4.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you talking? 8 seed? That
They were the first time to state and they won it.
No, just first time,
Wow.
just won it.
It's very, very hard to go your first time and win it.
absolutely.
And I think, like, from a Hibbing perspective, it had been first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Those are the same thing.
Yeah, because you'd think that talent would seep into the program rather than just 1 year.
Yes. Yeah.
So
All right. So we fawn mode.
yes,
Before we get to AA, we got to talk about the red black league. You should have seen me last week, Ryan.
I when I'm editing, shout out to
carried
Ethan.
it.
Yeah.
I carried it.
Shout out to Ethan
I
for
carried
reminding
that
our
bad boy.
listeners.
I had
Yeah,
to.
the red black league OG vintage 2017
Printed
champion.
Gildan white
Do you have a
shirt.
T-shirt? Still?
I do. I'll bring it in. I'll
You
bring
should
it in.
bring that in. That
I
would
will.
that
Right
would
in the
hang
middle.
nicely
It would.
with our American
It's very,
flag motif.
It's
here
turned
today.
into like a lawn mowing /
Yeah.
outdoor work shirt.
Whoa. Do you mow the lawn? Do you really?
Yes, I am in charge of the lawn as well as the driveway.
Have you swept the garage ever?
My dad takes care of his garage.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
I got it. Trust me. You know my dad. He would not let me just live rent free in that aspect.
I will not rip your dad, but your mom would. Your mom.
She would. My mom is that nice.
She is that nice.
She would.
She is that nice. All right, let's roll. AA. Let's do it.
All right.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff to talk about here. Let's start in 1AA, where the 1 seed has had a tricky road so far. Starting with their quarterfinal game, they beat the 8 seed Austin 1-0.
Did you get the goalie's name?
I do. Tate Johnson had 67 saves.
Unbelievable.
Shout out to Tate.
Shout out to Tate. Absolutely.
There was a cool. I don't know if you want to mention that text that you showed.
Yeah.
That was cool. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out again, my goalie source, my buddy Evan, who's the goalie coach. And we were just talking pre-pod a couple weeks ago, and we were like, oh, yeah, Frank Brimzik. And I just texted him, and I was like, hey, who's the best goalie that you've seen with your own 2 eyes this year? And he immediately was like, that Austin goalie played us
That's cool.
Played us well, and Evan was like, he's got good vision, quick hands, good angles, and I was just like, and then lo and behold, a couple weeks later, everybody's like, oh my God, Austin goalie, he's having this unbelievable
cool.
game. So it's cool how
That's
those goalie guys can.
That was a good
see that.
dig. Good dig.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they make it to the semis on Saturday.
Yep.
What about New Prague, South and North?
Yep. So New Prague ended up winning their first round game, which set up another tricky game for Farmington, where they won 3-2 in overtime.
Yep, that was a
My
exciting
Tigers are
game.
not inspiring much
I know.
confidence.
No. They were taken to the brink.
Yeah.
On home ice. That place was packed. And has anyone ever been to Schmitz Mackey?
No.
No. Carl's a no. Okay, it's a really cool rink. Besides the tiger eye on the wall, that's pretty cool too. But I feel like the bleachers, and I feel like I'm going to not do it justice. It's only like 6 to 8 rows on each side, but it's double-sided. And it's not like 20, like a Bloomington or IRA or whatever. It's not like that. It's small. But here's the thing that I noticed, and you're just right on top of the players, right on top of the bench, right on top of everything. Very much access to the players. But it's super clean. Like it's an older rink, but they do a great job of keeping the place painted, keep the place clean. It's just a really good, and there's a great light in there. It's a really good experience for the fans. The fans get a really good access to the players. And so, like last night, the place is just packed. They're like hanging from the rafters. What a great environment for high school hockey last night. And the home team wins in overtime. So,
Yeah.
hats off to the farm.
Absolutely. Mason Rogers got that goal for Farmington. So after all the dramatics, Farmington finds themselves in the section final.
Mason Rogers' goal, it was the seeing eye single from the point, screenshot, gets in the net or whatever. His celly was about the least bragocious celly you will ever see. Because first of all, he's kind of startled that it went in the net,
Yeah.
right? He was just firing towards the net.
Yep.
And he was literally 6 feet from the student section. So he didn't have the 25 stride skate up
Yep.
to his section. And it went in and he kind of skated over and went, you really
Yeah.
I got the game there. It wasn't anything. But the rest of the team, they sure jumped. The other 19 guys jumped into the act really quick.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
good for them.
So let's look at the other side of the bracket. First round was chalk with both Lakeville's advancing. Lakeville South handled Lakeville North pretty easily in the semis, 6-1. So that sets up.
Okay,
Carl?
go ahead, Carl. Before I got a good take on this one.
Sure, I was surprised just because the 2 regular season meetings were quite tight.
Yeah, and a rivalry game, too, like we talked about with Mankato East, Mankato West. Like, those are always good games, especially in the playoffs, and this kind of was not that way.
I got to see this really quick.
Buy you enough time.
Yeah, perfectly. So last night we're doing all these games, right? And it was just some games you would just wait for the high school team to tweet, and then we just retweet it if it was a kind of not a very interesting score or interesting happening.
South has a good Twitter, yeah.
Right, so and Lakeville South's got a good Twitter feed. We waited. Ben and I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And I'm like,
What's going on?
I think their administrator must have waited till they got home to do the tweet, do the chart or whatever. I'm like, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm just gonna retweet the 5-0 after 2 tweets.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, wait, I thought it was 6. No, okay.
But we want to report the score, right?
Yeah, right.
I want to give a score, but the score was, it came out at 10:07 p.m. and I was like, that was too late. The game started at 7,
yeah,
so it was probably over, at 9.
yep.
I didn't want to wait an hour and 7 minutes to give out the score of a section semifinal game of a top seed. So there you go.
Absolutely. So that sets up a section final between the 1 seed Farmington and the 2 seed Lakeville South, which is Thursday night, 7 p.m. at the Rochester Rec Center.
I'm going South. I know Carl's going to stick to his Farmington. If he
Yeah.
doesn't, I'm going to hold him to Farmington.
I have to be loyal to my Tigers because I
Yep.
got on their train back in December, but I'm not feeling good right now.
I'm going to stick with my pick as well, Lakeville South.
All right, let's move to 2. I've already screwed up one of the scores. I had Shakopee winning.
Yeah, section.
Shakopee,
That was
rising
one of the
from
most
dead.
entertaining games of the day.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it was a lot like the USA game today, where like the one team just completely dominated but didn't win.
Okay. Yeah, so first round here, all chalk, all top 4 seeds advanced. Minnetonka then handled the 4 seed Eden Prairie 4-1, which Eden Prairie had the lead.
They had the lead. R.J. Thompson with a beautiful snipe, and then Taven Dobchuk dumps one in, and it goes in.
Okay.
And now Tonka's tied it. And then literally a minute later, they went up 2-1, and I felt like Eden Prairie could not recover from that all day.
Just a backbreaker.
Yeah, total backbreaker.
Okay. And then on the other side, the game that we were just mentioning is the 2 seed Shakopee lost to the 3 seed Chanhassen 4-1 with 2 empty netters.
2 empty netters.
Yep, 2 empty netters.
Okay, total misleading score. Shakopee completely dominated this game. They had all the chances. They had every chance in the world to win this game, and they just could not finish. So many chances down low in front of the net, and they couldn't get her done. And then the one zone time that Chanhassen seemed like they got a couple zone times each period, and they got their one in the third period, and they were able to take care of business. Logan Smith, we tweeted it out. I used a picture. He was the spectacular MVP.
That was cool.
I'm like, let's do it. Let's put it up there. And took his little MVP plaque when they won the Squirtacular, and it was funny.
Yeah.
They won it all, and they got their. That was a big win in his career. I'm sure last night's goal for him was also pretty big for his career as well. So.
Absolutely.
Real nice win for Chan, and I think that's kind of been the problem for Shakopee all season long, though, right? Just not quite scoring enough, especially for the talent they had. The goal totals were just never quite there. That was always my concern.
Correct.
And Chan's always had good defensive numbers. So has Minnetonka. I think this is going to be a very low scoring game. Another note about Logan: he's got a brother Tyler who played on that state runner up team a couple years ago. So,
Nice.
and he's got a little sister named Olive. You'll never forget an Olive, would you?
Yeah, no.
Olive Smith. So shout out to the Smith family. Big day for them yesterday.
Kind of back to our cold open. Maybe Chan was a team that I kind of wish I would have just got out to see once this year. They've had some interesting scores along the way.
They have definitely had a lot of interesting scores.
We'll see if they can maybe do something here in the Thursday night section final, which is the 1 seed Minnetonka versus the 3 seed Chanhassen. That's at Ritter Arena at 6 p.m.
I remember the section final. Remember there were wasn't it a couple years ago where it was 1 versus 2 in the states?
There
were
were
1 versus 2 in the states.
Yep.
We're playing, and that's one of those where it's a really sad day when you don't get the top 2 teams in the state in the state tournament.
That was cool seeing Chan at the state tourney that year.
It was
my
cool
gosh.
when they won.
Yeah.
And they won the section final. I mean, it was like, this is, man.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Sean Bloomfield. We were saying, hey, you need to get a jersey in here before you go to state. And he took, no, way, we have to get you that jersey. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And I've known Sean for quite some time. He was a longtime assistant of Dave Snuggerud's. He's an employee at Breakaway. It's a really good person. Easy guy to cheer for.
Nice.
It's interesting to see the variability in season to season with these teams that are maybe second tier outside of those, known blue buds of the Tonkas, the Edinas, are going to be good every year. But that second tier where sometimes you don't know if it's Eden Prairie going to be back in the tournament or are they going to win 5 games,
Yeah.
I know I've said this before, and I, of course, I'll always relate it to myself in this instance. But Chan, like when we played Chan, Chan was our like, oh, we've got a chance. And then it was Chaska. Oh my god,
Chaska was really
Chaska.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, look at
Kester
Vegas Golden Knight Scout. Oh, who's that scout?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
geez.
it definitely changes.
You know what I mean? It's just interesting, and I guess that's just me being within the hockey world realm.
It's a good perspective, yeah.
It is, but
especially in that middle class,
Yeah,
right?
year
you
to
never
year,
know with the
you
middle
know.
class what's going to happen.
Chan, I mean, they were bad, and they almost won the state tournament, and then they're down, and then they're back up. It's interesting, these down and up years.
So many good players out in that Carver, Chanhassen, Chaska,
it's hard,
Victoria,
you know.
that area out there. There's just a lot of hockey players.
It's hard to
out
keep
there.
them all under one umbrella. You know?
It is hard. All right, let's keep rolling.
We gotta make our picks.
I'm sticking with Tonka.
I am as well.
Yeah. Regular season meeting was 5-1, and I'd probably expect something similar here.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I don't think they're going to score 5 goals.
Okay.
I really don't. After watching Tonka yesterday, I don't see them as a goal-scoring machine, but, man, their blue line is nasty.
Yeah.
That Hardacre, he came out and said, okay, I'm not a Mr. Hockey finalist. I'm going to hit every kid like they're one of the voters.
Yeah.
He knocked out about 14 voters yesterday. He did. He's crushing
14
hits.
hits.
And he's got skill, too, so
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
just, running guys.
Yeah,
no. He's definitely got a full package.
Playing with a chip on his
Full
shoulder.
package.
Nice.
Yep, I agree.
Cool. All right, let's move into 3AA. The first round here, the 5 seed Eastview beat Egan 3-2 in overtime. It was a pretty cool goal. I know you posted on the Twitter feed. It was a cool goal for Eastview.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Wooten.
Wooten. That's right.
Took
That's
it
the name.
end to end, and he flushed it, and the place. The best part, that was the Egan broadcast,
Okay.
and they were even excited.
Yeah.
Like, hats off to Eastview. Better team
Yep,
won.
they won.
It was a good, really good. Again, we go back to those FMP broadcasts. There's a lot of great broadcasting teams out there, and I took their feed and put that out there for Woots to get that.
Woots is a very good player.
Oh, yeah.
Very good
No
player.
question about it.
Good.
So,
Yep, and the rest of the first round also went as planned, and then the semifinals, the 1 seed Rosemount ended up beating Eastview 4-0.
Ryan, you were at that game. Anything interesting? His eyes are spinning right
Nope.
now.
Nothing
Oh.
interesting.
It's hard for me to differentiate like how much of it was truly Rosemount's game plan based versus how much of it is, just scared of the or scared of losing,
Right.
basically. In
So
that
they
sense.
played tight.
They did, and they were a puck was not on Rosemount's stick for a long period of time.
They were faster. They were getting the pucks.
They
to the
were,
net,
but they were throwing
weren't
it.
dominating.
They were throwing the puck. They were clearly the better skilled team. Clearly, faster, bigger,
Good take.
stronger.
When I read that text, I didn't really understand what you're talking about. Now I see what you're saying.
They would just get the
Not
puck
as
and just,
confident
Yeah. And I
as
think
they should be.
Yeah, and then once it was 2-0, they're like, oh yeah, let's just snap it around to each
Yeah.
other and start playing real hockey.
Right.
It's a good
So-
take. I like that.
I like that take.
And then,
And then St. Thomas, same thing, right?
yeah, you were at that game as well.
Yeah, that one was over before it. That one was over quickly, I will say. And again, it goes back for some reason. I just think that there is it's almost the unspoken. Do we have a chance in this game?
And Cretan never had a chance.
No, and God, Owen Ryan is just
Good.
He's
huge.
huge. He's huge.
It's just in.
Yeah, I know, but there's just so many people that are like, "Oh, Owen Ryan, you see this guy?" And they're like, some people online. I saw one, one of the robbed. They're like, "Owen Ryan robbed from the Brimsick." I'm like,
Yeah.
he's a freshman.
Is it-
You
yeah.
don't know the rules. of
Exactly. You
Brimsey.
don't even know the rules. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
watch out for those guys, man.
Here's a quick Owen Ryan story. This is so he had played in the Brick Invitational for Team Minnesota.
Yep.
So he's basically anointed one of the best. And there's another kid, Renner Anderson, Paul Anderson's little brother, who's at Shattuck, who's a fantastic goaltender, and he was he was in the Little Pumpkin. First year we had Little Pumpkin. He was playing for White Bears single A team.
Okay.
And he's walking through, and I'm like, are you Owen Ryan? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why aren't you on the double A team? He goes, I got picked overlooked by someone, another goalie's up there on the double A team. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They have no idea what goaltender And now it's just the legend of Owen Ryan just continues to grow, and he's definitely on the short list for the national development
no
team.
question.
Yeah.
And
No
you have to
question.
think this Renner kid down at Shattuck is as well. It's just the amount of goalies that Minnesota is pouring out is it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
to see.
and I would say that was one of the big differences in the game. Was just goaltending for that second game.
And it's funny, historically, it wasn't until Jake Ottinger until we really started to, get on the map as far as goaltenders are concerned from a USA perspective.
Goaltenders. That was the knock. When I was in high school or shortly after, the knock was Minnesota can't produce goalies.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. And I feel like that's slowly but surely becoming
Even the U.S. as a whole.
Yeah.
We're not known for our goaltending.
Yeah, I think we're getting there, though.
Are now.
This morning.
Staylock. Yeah, no question about it. No question.
I would just say the one thing, St. Thomas, we've said this before, they're so complete.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's obviously they got that first Brownhausen McKinnon line, but there's just that third line would be a first line on 50% of the teams.
I agree with that.
High school hockey.
I do love that first line. It's definitely, I wouldn't be shocked to see this team be playing for a state championship.
I wouldn't either.
No,
what an upset, though. Even if they get on a section play, it'd be
absolutely.
They've got to pull this upset in the section final.
They got to beat that one seed.
Yeah. Again, this is not that he hasn't got a shout out for this, but Brownhausen's game, I just love how he just stays out of the trash. He is the hardest worker. He will poke that puck until the whistle, but he is not going to throw a punch. He is not going to cross check. He doesn't even look those CDH kids in the eye.
Nope.
He just backed off and went, he just takes the cross checks. It just doesn't faze him. He's just
doesn't retaliate.
No, and
doesn't care.
You know what I mean? And that is a very good quality to have.
Now his sisters just won 2 straight state championships at Hill Murray. I think Cole's focused on getting his one. Right?
Anybody else watch how fast he skates out for the starting lineup?
No.
He's done that his whole life.
My God.
His whole life.
All of Cloquet does that every game.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
The whole life.
I mean, like 110%. It was pretty cool.
It's amazing.
I'm glad you brought that up about him because I didn't. That is something when I watched them play against Hill Murray, that's one thing I noticed that every scrum he was pulling his teammates out. He's like, we're not doing this. And that's what I like. It's,
leader.
It is.
He's a leader.
Great kid.
He was in here. I had lunch with the 3 Metro kids. It wasn't planned lunch.
Yeah,
it just happened to be there was 4 seats. The Chipotle showed up. I'm like, I'll sit down with these guys for 15 minutes and hammer a burrito or hammer a bowl or whatever. And it was fun to talk to them. Kurtz and Brownie and all those guys and Cheese. It was really fun just to kind of get their perspective on sections, get perspective on where they're going after high school and all those different things.
Yeah.
It was nice kids. They all brought a different dynamic to the lunch.
It's cool how they're competitors, but when they're also in here, they are just companions, and they are all in a way in the same boat timeline wise, and it's cool to be like, what's your plan? What you gonna do? And different options.
And they all kind of knew, and those 3 knew each other.
Oh yeah.
Well, so
Yep, very cool.
it was good.
Yeah, you couldn't have picked a better group of kids for the YHH finalists. Like,
wow.
even off the ice, these bunch great kids.
Yeah,
Kate
yeah.
Swanson. I mean, the kids from Moorhead.
Yeah,
all of them.
Cheese is
Nothing but
walking
great
in.
things.
He's like, I was just volunteering my time this morning with the Richfield youth
Richfield
hockey.
little Smarties.
I do it every week.
Love that.
That's awesome.
super
Love
cool.
that.
Awesome.
All right, we got a 3AA final to talk about now. That
we just got Carl'd. We just got it. We're not talking about 7AA, so Carl's getting bored.
Oh, gotcha. So, 3AA final that we've mentioned 8 times already this show. It's between the 1 seed Rosemount and the 2 seed St. Thomas Academy. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Lee and Penn.
All right, let's keep going. We already know everybody's picked St. Thomas.
That's pulling the upset.
We've done it.
Yep.
We've done it. Okay,
coins flipped.
Read off those scores from 4AA yesterday.
All right, yesterday we got Hill Murray 7-0.
Over Moundsview. Who tied Duluth East.
Yep. Your boy. Your boys. Your boys from East Ridge lost Gentry 6-3.
Who was in the 3-6 game?
Someone doesn't want to linger on this nice.
Don't want to talk about Gentry at all or anything.
I'm just trying to talk over you a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, Gentry beat Eastview. On the other side of the bracket,
I should have just kept going with the bit. We'd be here all day.
We would have.
Just all day.
I would have
just kept going.
Yeah. Other side of the bracket, 2-seed Stillwater beat Woodbury 4-1. 7-seed Woodbury, and then the 3-6 game was White Bear Lake beating Roseville 6-3, setting up.
I have my Gemini read now.
Okay.
Brendan was there. Brendan Shockton was there. These Roseville jerseys they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was the RR Roseville, the Roseville Raider logo. They had gray gloves and gray breezers.
That's cool. I didn't
with
see
the
that.
blacks. It was just astounding. And then they played White Bear, who had the full orange thing going.
Yeah.
It was a uniform
duel.
I remember there was something really good yesterday. Now that you bring it up, this was the game. I was like, wow, this game is brought to you by Gemini Athletic.
Good.
All right, sorry. Continue on.
You're good. Carl, do you have something to say, or did you?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, White Bear beat Roseville 6-3, so setting up the 1-seed Hill Murray versus the 5-seed Gentry. And then the 2-seed Stillwater versus the 3-seed White Bear Lake. Both these games are at Aldrich on Wednesday.
And I think Stillwater swept White Bear. Did they play once or did they play twice?
They swept. Yep, there were 2 and they won both.
Yep.
Hard to beat team 3 times.
I don't think Stillwater will win that game.
I think White Bear's going to
I
win.
do too.
White Bear is playing better hockey, I think, than Stillwater was
Stillwater's
on the
not
stretch.
playing good right now.
I agree. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, so I think it'll be Hill versus White Bear in the final. And
Oh, wow. Shocking.
Unfortunately, I think it'll be Hill.
It's
Oh,
Unfortunately.
been 2 years.
Yeah, it's their longest drought in ages.
Yeah.
Hey, since my Raptors are out, do I get a new team?
Sure.
I'm going.
Why not?
I'm going Bears.
I like that.
I'm going Bears. Or I don't
right.
get a vote. But if I had to vote, I would vote. I think White Bear can beat Hill. What has Hill really done this year?
That's why I say
They beat
unfortunately.
Edina.
That's why I say unfortunately, because they don't have the flashiness.
What does Hill have besides their win over Edina? They got
Crickets.
maybe.
Uh-huh.
Did they beat
Crickets.
Maple Grove? I don't think
One
they beat
loss
Maple
to-
Grove.
Nope, they lost to Maple Grove.
They
Right.
did play a good game with Moorhead to end the year.
They beat Wyzetta. They tied Hermantown. They beat Rogers way back when. It was a 1-0 game on December 6th.
That's right.
Okay. Rogers was like 0-4-2 at that point.
Yeah.
Rogers had just lost to St. Michael.
Yep.
That's the team that they beat.
Mm-hmm.
Not the team that beat Moorhead and Tonka back-to-back.
Nope.
I'm not sure where that team was yesterday.
I
But
don't know either.
all right.
Carl, pick.
Stick with Hill. Yeah, they're the safe choice.
Perfect.
In case you need to use the restroom, this would be a good time, Ethan. We're on to 5AA.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't need
I
Ethan
could
for
probably
this.
carry you here,
I'll let
buddy.
someone take over this section.
All right.
All right, let's get into it.
Just buckle down.
Yep.
White knuckle it. You can do it.
Yeah, first round, the only game of note was the 5-seed Andover beat 4-seed Totino Grace 2-0. Tony's Huskies, the
The
Godfather.
Huskies.
That's right.
Semifinals were yesterday. The 1-seed Maple Grove fell to the 5-seed Andover 3-2 in overtime.
Yeah, this kid Rickley was good. Brady Peterson was really good yesterday. Goaltending, they're starting to get some goaltending. We talked about
We did.
Hemer.
I think so. Sounds right.
Heimer,
Yep.
whatever. He was really good yesterday. And I just felt like they had the extra step on Maple Grove much of that game, and they're getting there.
Yeah.
And they got a very winnable game against Centennial.
They do.
A very, very winnable game. I
They
think the talent will shine out in the section final.
Yeah.
So did I pick them to win the section?
I think so.
That makes up for
I'm
Eastridge.
assuming.
That makes up for Eastridge.
We picked them at the start of the year, but I don't think any of us picked them last week.
No, yeah, probably.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, you didn't.
I think I did.
No, I'm turning bad. No.
I think I did.
No, we're not going. Anyways.
Wait, if I would have picked them over Maple Grove, what you think I would just pump the brakes at the
No.
section final?
Did you pick them over Maple
I think
Grove?
I did.
Okay.
I think I did. We're gonna have to review.
We're gonna have to ask Cody. Yeah.
But why would people go on the internet and say that Tony's team won?
Because you said that in December that they'll be in the state tournament.
I did.
Yeah.
We have that on film for sure.
We did. All right. There was another semifinal game between the 2 seed Blaine. They lost 1-0 to Centennial.
I watched this game too. The best part about this game was the broadcasting. They had like 9 cameras. This North Metro crew, unbelievable quality. HD. They got coach cams. It was like watching an NHL broadcast. It was cool. It was so good. Literally, anytime there was something bad would happen to a team, like a penalty or whatever, they'd pan right to the head coach. Frischman, like penalty on Blaine. Also, they would get the coach's reaction, like, rolling his eyes or his arms crossed. It's like this camera work and the production was 100 out of 100.
Good to hear for sure.
And the game wasn't bad either. Centennial got a goal from Isaac Adams. They held on basically.
Was it a third period goal?
No, I thought it was like in the second period.
Okay.
And Blaine had some chances. They definitely had some chances at the end, but couldn't get it in.
Gotcha. That sets up Thursday night at 7 p.m. at Furniture and Things, the 5 seed Andover versus the 3 seed Centennial.
All right. We're getting closer, Carl. Just be patient. We're almost a 7AA. We get to talk about your high school in just one more section. All right, 6.
You make your pick?
You're
on
Andover.
Yeah.
I practically am wearing an Andover hoodie right now.
Carl?
Mm-hmm.
I think they owe me an Andover hoodie for how much
they
sport
do.
They do, yeah.
Talk about red carpets for me. You need red carpets and whatever you want in Andover.
I like it. They're my new team.
Sure.
And I got a good runway with these guys. Their squirt team won the Squirtacular.
Okay.
I got a nice 7 or 8 year runway with the Huskies.
Good. Carl?
Yeah, and the Huskies know what they're doing. I mean, they've been in state tournaments before. They're experienced. There's talent here. I don't know what they were doing for half the season, but I think they should win this game.
Yeah.
I do too, but I want to be different, and I don't want to see Andover in the state tournament again. So give me Centennial.
All right. 6.
Moving on to 6. Yep. First round, all chalked. The 1 game, 2 note was Holy Angels beat the 6 seed Benilde 2-1 in overtime on a beautiful snipe by Cole Cheeseman.
I think another note is how close Hopkins and Rogers were for how
It
long
was,
they were.
yes. It was.
Yeah, it's like, was that a warning sign that we all just sort of?
I think it
off?
was.
1-0 in the end of the first or something like that. It was 1-0.
Yeah, it was too close for too long.
It was. Yeah, Cole Cheeseman had a beautiful snipe in that whole
Angels nice.
game. The call, I don't think you weren't a fan of the call, but
okay. Have I done a lot of? Just to be fair, I've done a lot of applauding broadcasters, haven't I, in this today?
Yeah.
Broadcasting teams, productions. I felt like that goal call was a little bit over the top for a section quarterfinal.
Excessive.
That's why crazy.
That's why I brought it up, because I hate stuff like that.
I mean, there's when they go over the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, when
you can't even understand them.
Yeah, but like I get it. Like there was the one of the most famous goal calls is when, who was it? When the Rangers beat the Devils, it was Mateau. Like that guy was going absolutely bonkers. Yeah. But like that was Game 7 of a conference final. I get it.
Yeah.
But this is a quarterfinal game, and the team who won was supposed to win.
Yep.
That's why I thought it was a little bit excessive. That's all.
That's why I brought it up. But regardless, we'll move on. In the semifinals, this is where things got definitely tricky. The 1-seeded Rogers fell to the 4-seed Wayzata 5-2.
Oof. They just put that thing on lock. They got a lead and put it on lockdown.
They did. Pat O'Leary hockey.
Classic Wayzata hockey.
That was Pat O'Leary masterclass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Saturday afternoon masterclass. I've seen it so many times.
I was starting to doubt them a little bit because it'd been a few years since they pulled one off, but the Trojans rekindled my love.
Yes.
I just don't know where this came from. I watched because before Wayzata beat Edina, I saw Wayzata play Holy Angels and they looked awful, and I was like, this team's not good. And then they go and beat Edina. I'm like, okay, I'll eat my words, and now I'll really eat my words because they just beat the one team in the state.
Yeah, you know, you go to Jersey Mike's and you get it Mike's way.
Yeah.
If you play for Wayzata, you got to do it Pat's way.
Yeah.
Right? And Pat got his way yesterday.
He did. Absolutely. I think Eli Moldy, did he have a hat trick in that game? I believe I saw
Pretty
that.
sure.
Yeah. Hats off to him. Great player.
Yeah, he is.
Other side of the bracket, the 2 seed Edina beat the 3 seed Holy Angels in overtime 3-2.
That was a great game. Ryan, you were there. Tell us a little bit about the feel of that game.
The goal looked weird on video, so I'd like to hear.
It was one of those from the point, just dribbled right through sill. One of those where the ice is fresh, remember. So the goalie kind of, jumps forward into the puck save. He thought he had it, and it was just dribbling behind him, and it was just a mad scramble, guys.
And Tucker got his
Tucker stick first.
Yep.
I don't even know if it was Tucker. I mean,
we really don't know.
Yeah, it was probably his stick.
It was either Bodie or Tucker.
Or one of the defensemen.
Yeah.
Or, Holy Angels.
Yeah. But it was
someone on the ice.
It was I was tweeting out at end of 3 right as they scored. So
right. It was that quick.
Yeah, it was first rush in.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised that Edina won this game. It was Edina versus Holy Angels, top 2 lines, more so first line. There were, like I texted in our group chat, there were just looked like a lot of tired stars out there, and ironically, the stars were the guys that were tired.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, they get a lot of ice time.
Yeah. So and even more so pronounced because Edina doesn't have the nameplates and the stars do. So it just, you know what I mean? It's easy to see the Edina guys, and they don't really have that stand out.
Not this year.
You know what I mean?
They do have Mr. Hockey finalist.
They do, but he is not a flashy,
no
60
smart,
goals,
Tucker's
60
a smart
goal
kid.
Yeah, he's not a 60 goal scorer.
Crafty.
You know what I mean?
He's the 40 assist guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was one of those games where I'm not totally shocked, but it was a great game. Holy Angels gave them everything they had. So,
well, good run for those kids.
Yeah.
Gabe
Absolutely.
Perrin, Cheeseman, Ayers Assad.
Yep.
Cassergard. They've had a great career at Holy Angels. It's been fun to watch them develop. And again, I'm a Bloomington guy, and I've known these kids dating all the way back, days.
Yep.
A lot of them were Kennedy kids.
Yeah. I met AJ Cassergard on Friday, and we were just talking in between games about, the whole Bloomington and why they went to Holy Angels.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, "Oh, were you the guy that asked Cole why they all went to Holy Angels?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me. That was me. I just want to know. I'm not going to do anything about it. What can I do about it? I just want to know, And like I said, that's not a situation that is unique to Bloomington or Holy Angels. But
right.
Yeah, they played their asses off, and that's how it goes. It's one bounce, one shot, and it's a difference maker.
Like you said, hats off to them. That top 5 had a great year. They're so fun to watch.
Well,
would have been fun to see them.
That's not the end of us seeing those guys either.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
So
no, not at all.
Ooh. High school career, I should say.
Yes.
Wayzata, Edina.
Yep, Wayzata, Edina. Wednesday night, Ritter Arena, 6 p.m.
Green Breezers.
I'd be down for a coin flip on this one.
Just skip the game and have one of the internet coin flip.
Can live stream it, get a couple local advertisers.
Save everybody the money.
Yep.
It'll be a good crowd though. That's for sure.
Always is. Always is.
Good crowd.
I can't pick against Edina.
I can't either.
What?
I can, because I've always had a booster.
I was going to say, that's your second team.
I'm glad you did, because, I wouldn't mind it. We're sure.
Did you pick Wayzata to win the section, Carl?
Not before this, but I am now.
Okay. You can't.
Here's a question.
Not allowed.
I had picked Roger. I picked Rogers.
Oh, okay. So this is your secondary team.
Yeah, so
okay. Got it.
We're probably getting a week ahead with this question, but what seed would the winner of this team most likely be in the state tournament?
If it's Wayzata, it'd be 4-5, right?
Yeah, I think they'd both be in the 4-5.
That's how it's shaking out.
They'd both be the 4-5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Probably playing Hill, so
yeah.
Thriller.
Can we just get to 7AA?
Let's talk about
Now Tony wants to get to 7AA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to be nice to Carl. He's waited 15 sections, right?
Sure, there's nothing else.
He's had to sit through 14 sections, twirling his hands, and all he just wants to talk about is how great his team, how proud he is of his little greyhound, little puppies did yesterday. despite losing.
I'll back them up today because they put
No,
on.
no, we will get to it. So just
Absolutely.
just the
Yeah.
time. We should bring up a sponsor, just to prolong it a
Yes,
little bit
you
more.
got one
I'm
more.
going to make up a sponsor.
Perfect.
No, I'm kidding. Keep going.
All right, let's move on.
But this would be a good time to have Toby's as a sponsor.
Oh, it would. Yeah.
Anytime you talk about Duluth or Amsoil, we just talk about Toby's because
That's
you
where I
can't, you
stopped.
can't go there. Did you stop there?
Absolutely.
I have to. It's like my car
Yeah.
just pulls over.
Got my $8 coffee.
It just gets more expensive.
I know.
By the time I go up
That's
to
the thing.
Northland this summer, it's gonna be $10 for a cup of coffee at the Caribou, not the
Yeah. Yep.
inside of
Yep.
Toby's.
It's inflated.
I
at
think Toby's like has such a high
Oh
rent
yeah.
that they're like, well, we
Yeah.
gotta charge you this.
Well, they know that they just have you captured. You're not going to go somewhere
Yeah,
else. So
they know
yeah,
you're going to
you'll pay
go.
bucks,
They
yeah.
know the car pulls over automatically to the place.
They don't need to spend money.
It's
on
like
that.
the airport for crying out. I think the Caribou at airport is cheaper than the one at Toby's.
My coffee's inflated 50 cents since our Hermantown trip to
We went
our,
to the Hermantown
our
trip. I'm
Friday
like,
night ice trip.
Hey,
and
you
now-
want a coffee, Ethan, or whatever? And it's like, yeah, I'll get a medium. I'll get a medium. And it's like, yeah, it's like $15. I'm like, what?
For 3?
For 2? Two coffees, $15. I'm
You know
like,
what I mean? You know what they should do? They
what in the world?
You guys, well,
Thank you, Toby's, for being our sponsor.
You know how some southern states have golf courses where you pay a resident fee or an out-of-state
Yeah.
fee? They should have like a.
We have the non-resident fee.
In Hinckley, it's like $3.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
from the cities,
It is.
$11.
Yeah.
It was definitely we paid the non-resident.
You
Caribou
paid the
fee.
city slicker. They probably look at you. They're like, I can just
They can see the Luther, plastic plate. They're like,
Charge him
you're
for
not-
4.
He's from outside.
charge
Yep.
it for 4.
All right, let's do
Now
7
we can get
AA.
the 7AA. All right. First round, all chalk. I was at the Forest Lake Marshall game. Marshall did not show up in the first period, and that was really the story of the game. They had a good comeback effort. In third, it was 3-2, and then one goal and then there was only one empty net goal. So
What was Carl, did we talk about this on the show or pre-show about, I already talked about Marshall being a pretender.
Yep.
The team I
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
I wouldn't
you-
have seen.
yeah.
That's a joke,
you
by the
talked
way.
about that.
That's sarcasm. I really enjoyed my time at Mars that day.
yeah, but yeah. Other than that, Forest Lake just definitely felt like the better team in that game.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
We'll move on. Yesterday at Amsoil, top seeded Grand Rapids handled the 4-seed Forest Lake 5-0.
Yeah, I thought Rapids looked great. They were in control, start to finish, looking very steady defensively. Top players were looking sharp offensively. Sherlock didn't have to worry too much. They just played good hockey.
They were dominant, absolutely.
Do you think the loss on Friday Night Ice will be kind of a little bee in their bonnet?
I think so. Yeah.
I think
I
more-
feel like they were the better team in that night, even though Rockridge won the game. Didn't you guys think that?
absolutely, yeah.
I thought Rapids was the better team.
More stretches of control. Yes.
More
Or when oddly enough, I'm ripping on Marshall. Oddly enough, I thought that Marshall Rapids game that same week, I thought Marshall had the tools to be a
Yeah.
section finalist. I really did.
Yeah, more so fuel to the fire for this game specifically. Forest Lake beat Rapids in the regular season with 1 second left on the clock. and
Correct.
They wanted it back, right?
Yeah.
So they came into
Yep.
this, they dominated. Like Carl said, it was easy for Sherlock, but I feel like the players in front of him were playing. They're starting to trust him a lot more, right? There's not that like earlier in the season we talked about a lot of cautiousness, proceeding with caution with the defenders and like loose pucks. There wasn't much of that yesterday, and that's very good.
All right. Now for the next half hour, we'll talk about Duluth East taking on Rockridge. What a game!
It was a very good game.
Well,
So-
I mean, from a fan's perspective, from a Duluth East perspective, it probably was a rough one to watch. First question: I saw Medlin on the ice after the game. Did he proceed and play in the game, or did he leave injured and not return?
He left injured on the Rockridge shorthanded goal. That sequence, he didn't. He went off the ice, was seeing a trainer, and never came back.
Okay, but he stayed on the bench though.
Yeah, he was on
He
the
did
bench.
not go to the showers. He did not. Okay. all right.
No, yeah, no,
We
but you could see
did
he was
spot
he
him
was-
on the ice after the game
was-
handshake stuff.
He was struggling to skate in warm-ups. You could see he was not right.
Oh, so the whole game he
No,
was.
No, that like the third period warm-up.
Okay,
after the
all right,
injury.
sorry, okay,
So
all
he's
right,
out there, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, so the score was Rockridge 5, Duluth East 4 in double overtime.
What a game.
It was crazy. The one, I'm going to highlight this right now because I'm sure Carl was going to bring it up. This game could have easily not went to overtime if Cass Carlson wouldn't have hit the post on the empty net from the hash marks.
Empty netter.
It always happens.
Yeah.
It always happens. You hit the empty net on the post, it's like the hockey guys are screaming down, "We are going to get you."
Yep. Because that gave East, they kicked it into gear right away when that happened, and they were attacking.
Because until that point, the third period for East was not great.
No.
I mean, I was not feeling too optimistic about their ability to tie that game up, and the tying goal was just a mess.
Fluke,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how
It was a fluky one.
Medic shot off of skate and in, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, if you're Rockridge at that point, right? You've now hit the goalpost on an empty netter, which is the ultimate curse. You're basically just put the puck in your own net when that happens, right?
Yeah.
And then Medic scores the way he scores. You got to be going to the bench, going, well, wait, is this happening? Is this happening? And the fact that they recovered between the first and second overtime was probably a good thing for Coach Niski, to kind of get the kids settled down and ready for the second.
Actually, since they were running such a short bench too. I mean, East is this unique team that does not have a top line. They just roll 3 lines, and there's no rhyme or reason to the players on them, really. Yeah. Which I have been skeptical of this season, but I think in a several overtime game, hey, that's great. You're way fresher than
because I was following like 6 or 7 games at this point. I got Elk River, STMA. I got a bunch of games going on. Did I see Pitt wearing a plaid? What do you call those hats?
Wasn't
a fedora.
It looks like
no, it's more like one of those Yooper hats more than anything, right? What are those called?
I don't know. Danny would know, but I'm not into these sorts of hats.
But he had an interesting red and black wool cap
busted it out a couple games ago. Yeah,
I loved it.
Cool.
Pitt,
yeah, no,
I'm rocking that thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love that thing. I'm getting one.
A blue one.
No, I want.
You want the red one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
if he was really cool, he'd wear a houndstooth hat because of the hounds, right? I would.
Clever. Yeah.
That'd be too. Is that too clever? Or at least a houndstooth suit. That would be even cooler.
Ooh.
I like it.
But yeah, like you said, in the third period, just looked a lot off for Duluth East, especially Rockridge scored the tying goal like 50 seconds into the third. So then that's when things kind of derailed a little bit for East. Their systems weren't as fluent as they were in the first 2 periods. Would you agree?
Yeah, I thought the first period was great, and they were up 2-0, and they gave up that late goal to that Cal Scott scored, and there were a couple times where, and this has kind of been the story of East season, they have the stretch of hockey where they look good, but then things just fall apart in a heartbeat, and that's what does it. And I think that's the difference between where they are as a program right now and where they're trying to get.
Yep.
They're just not there.
Were you when you were just saying that? Were you talking about Rockridge or were you talking about East? Because I feel like you could say the same about Rockridge too.
Right. Yeah, you can, which is why they were two teams going to double overtime with each other. Because
it was like
they're very similar.
It was like a hot potato. I don't want to win. You should win. I don't want to win. You should win.
Yeah.
Well, you go ahead and win. We don't want to win. It felt like it was that kind of game, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Colton got the winner, right?
Colton Bielke did. Yep. Second goal of the game.
Power play on a penalty that was the correct call, and it was the right play for the East player to haul down Cass Carlson. Otherwise, he was in alone.
Yeah, that was the right play. He had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Colton, I've said this about 10 million times if you're listening, just a sharp young man, and he's got not just all the tools on the ice, but off the ice. This kid has got it figured out. We played golf with him for a day, and he and Ander really stole the show that day. They are not afraid of a camera. They're not afraid of taking something on, taking on a challenge. And when Colton got that game where I'm like, that's my boy. He's a good kid, and I was happy for him.
Absolutely. Anything else on that one, Carl?
Just say some building blocks for East this year. There's still more work to be done, but the future looks brighter than the past.
That was my first time seeing.
I'm waiting for
Brooks.
the Carl Duluth East. Is there going to be a Duluth East manifesto this year, or just a hockey in general manifesto? I think you should do 2.
There's going to be
At
some
least
thoughts. Yeah, though
you got some things to write.
I'm not sure if you call it a manifesto, but there's some thoughts.
I just like that word. It's another. It's a glorified term for long form journalism.
Yes.
Just to wrap that one up, that was my first time seeing Liam Brooks this year. Heck of a player.
Yeah.
Definitely a big piece for East moving forward.
Yeah. If he doesn't make the national level,
Absolutely. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yep.
There's a couple of them up there. Well,
There is.
Zukov yesterday, also from Hermantown. Those are two kids that are, I'd say, strong candidates to try out. I'm not saying strong candidates to make. I never say lock, except if your last name is Cullen or Suter. I think those two are locks. McKinnon. Well, I'm just saying if you get the right last name. I think Maverick is a stud.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. I get what you're saying. So that sets up Thursday night, 7 p.m. right back at Amsoil is Grand Rapids, the top seed, versus the 2 seed Rockridge.
So much FOMO.
Did you see? There was a tweet on Twitter yesterday. It was like 7AA fans, let's rally to have this game played at the Hibbing Memorial Building.
Who wrote that? It's not
So
a new best
dumb.
friend.
It was.
Who was
Can't
it?
think off the top
It's
of my
my
head.
new best friend.
But it was like, we've seen this. There's no cities teams in it this year. Let's play this game at the Memorial
I
Building.
couldn't agree with you. It's a way nicer rink. It's built for high school hockey. It's in the center of the section. This is.
There will be more than 3,000 people who want to get into this game.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people at this game. Oh, yeah.
Yes. This
Eastern.
thing's going to be packed. There's going to be at least 5,000 people in this building.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
They
crazy.
can't fit that into me.
Yeah.
Rapids
And
Rockridge.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming down to that game.
Yeah. How many? Yeah, I don't know. I think if it was that, let's
Game
go.
would
Let's
not
go
fit
old
in here.
school. Let's go old school. Let's go back to the way this section used to be played. Back when Duluth East was in Section 2. We should go back to that. Yeah, you see that? That's an old man
Evelyn
right
and
there.
Evelyn and Virginia and Mesabi East have to split up then?
Yes, they do. They do.
But yeah, so I saw that tweet. And it was
love that.
interesting.
I love that.
I'd rather it be at Amsoil because I
bet I could guess who wrote that.
Okay.
I'm guessing Randy wrote that.
No.
That would be a Randy Catron.
That is a Randy.
I don't know who wrote it, but that's a Randy Catron type of take. That would be my guess. And if it isn't Randy, blessings to you in Atlanta.
I found it.
Who was it?
Hey, Iron Rangers, let's get this into the Wayback Machine and move the Rockridge vs. Rapids 7AA Championship hockey game on Thursday to the Hibbing Memorial Building. Hashtag it's available.
tweeted it?
Willie Speltz.
Yeah, I've seen him a lot.
It's well, yeah. Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Hot take. Can we move off of this section?
We got to
now?
pick. Make our picks.
Well, we talk about the game.
Yep. Let's talk about our picks.
I don't even know who I picked.
I picked Rapids, and I'm sticking with the Rapids. They're
You two pick Rapids, and I pick Rockridge
Okay.
to start.
All right. You didn't pick Duluth East?
Not there yet.
I
Really?
picked Duluth East to be in. I picked Rapids to beat
You
Duluth
did, yeah.
East.
They were damn close.
They were. I was really
Yep.
hoping that would
Ben Liss and I were watching this. He wanted Duluth East so bad.
So did I.
He's one of those people he likes kind of the traditional.
Yeah.
And he likes the old blood.
Yeah.
And I like the new blood.
I thought it would have been sick to see Rapids and East play again. Section final.
Yeah. It'll happen.
It will.
I can promise you that will happen again in the future.
Oh, yeah.
In the next 10 years, that will happen.
Yep.
I don't know
They
about,
have to- Yeah.
Okay. On to 8AA.
Carl? Are you
I was
sticking
just
with
gonna say,
Rockridge?
I was just gonna say after Saturday, I would change my pick if I could, but I won't. So
Right.
I thought
Right.
Rapids looked very good, but
Yep.
Rockridge has those TV timeouts, and that's going to be what they have to ride.
They do. Going to be a great game.
It will be.
Epic coaching battle as well.
It will be. It will be. Well, did Friday Night Ice go to OT?
No,
No, it didn't.
Nope.
I was like, I could see this game going OT. That's why I was
I
thinking
could
that.
see a couple. I envision maybe a couple OTs in store for me and Carl this week.
Yes.
There's some potential, especially in Section 7s.
All
All right, let's move on to 8AA. First round, the only real game of note was Bemidji traveled to St. Cloud and beat them 5-2.
I like that score.
Yeah.
That made it interesting. I think the other note is Elk River completely killing Roseau 10-1.
Smoked them.
Yeah,
That
can you
was
imagine going 6 hours on a bus? Someone tweeted this, but they went 6 hours on a bus to get railroaded in the first period,
Right.
and had to go back.
Right. That was rough.
So other than the Bemidji one, all three of the top seeds advanced, setting up yesterday's games. The top seed of Moorhead beat Bemidji 8-0.
Game over.
Yep.
That was like a replay of the section final last year in Thief.
And you watched this game, which
Did I ever watch this game?
epic. The 2 seed St. Michael Albertville fell to the 3 seed Elk River 3-2 in double overtime.
St. Michael had so many chances. I think they went down 2-0 going into the third, or at least going in the second. And they just battled back. I feel like they outplayed Elk River a good part of this game, especially the second half of the game. Easton Monahan had a clean breakaway, 20 feet between he and the back checker. Couldn't put it home. They are going to be seeing some golden opportunities in their sleep the next few nights for St. Michael. Elk River gets it done. They're heading on to the section final. We've been talking about this game, Elk River and Moorhead, quite a bit on this podcast.
Yeah, we have.
I don't think with Joey Cullen coming back, it's going to matter.
No, I don't think so either.
Got quiet on this
we
podcast
missed you,
all
Carl.
of a sudden.
All spuds.
There he is. Yeah. I don't really. They
All-
recently
let's just say
played
all
too.
spuds.
Yep.
All spuds.
Yep.
It's a
Absolutely.
decent game, but no Joey Cullen in that one. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
It's played in Alexandria, which I think is a good location for this one. It's fair.
Actually neutral. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
I
interesting.
hope they keep it there. What if
Good spot.
Alexandria makes it to the section final? Can they play on their home ice? That'd be kind of cool. I
Just
suppose.
gotta take out
yeah.
batters like Gilmurray does. Yeah.
8AA does it for
Yeah.
years. I mean, I was at one of the most homer section
8-8,
finals ever.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy. You know, where Warroad won on home ice, even though they wore black jerseys and beat East Side. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. So other than that, spuds.
That's it. I think we're done. Are we? We're
That's
done. We
what
know
we
we're
got.
excited where we're
God.
going. We got everything. Our next show will be the state tournament preview next Sunday. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to all you guys for putting on a great show here today. Our sponsors: Summit Orthopedic, Gemini Athletic, Red and Black League, and Luther Auto. From everybody here at YHH, go USA. Congratulations to them on a gold medal.
Golden.